Yes. Shout out to y'all. Thank you. Absolutely. Man, it's my boy Suave, boss, man. I hope you caught them debates yesterday. Y'all had not one, two banger, man. Shout out to Psycho Patriots, man, and the DABATE League, the debate league, man. Shout out to Taz. Shout out to Marley for putting on an excellent demonstration of black and intellectual athleticism. And shout out to A1, man, in the Coliseum of Arguments over there at the Titans Debate League, Titans Debate League over there at Coliseum of Arguments. We had the boy Swab Boss versus King Naga. And Swab Boss versus King Naga, uh, there's being American conflict with being black, and Taz versus Marley is United States the greatest nation on earth, bro. And because I had this debate, I didn't get to watch Taz's. So me putting it in the title was more of a chance for the people who saw it to talk about it. I did catch the opening rounds and I caught parts of the premises, but then I had to get serious into my debate. You know what I'm saying? Like my debate was starting, even though it was late. That's why I was able to watch a little bit. But yeah, bro. Like y'all got two little nice little your digs yesterday. So I hope that people took advantage of that and shot some cash apps. You know what I'm saying? To the owners of the league way, to help pay for the judges and help pay the debaters, the platforms that pay their debaters and stuff. But yeah, bro, it jumped off yesterday, man. We had some fire, so make sure y'all hit that like button. The link to the stream, y'all, is pinned at the top. If somebody just wanted to jump on. Matter of fact, mic check. I should be back. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think we back. Okay, yeah, we back. But yeah, man, I just put the link in the little Facebook group chat, man. I'm trying to see if I can get, the brothers come through, do some promotions, you know what I'm saying? Some commentary on the debate, attract people to the debate leagues, and see what's popping. That's it, man. Simple guy doing simple things. That's it. Playing my part. But yeah, man. If I don't want to review the debate yet, because I still want to give people the opportunity to go over to the actual league and watch the debate. You know what I'm saying? Support the league, support the league, support the debaters, support the owners of the leagues and the judges. So congratulations to Chaz, man. I saw that Angel said he won. Shout out to Angel. A1 is in the building. Don't get it twisted, fucked up, pointing in the wrong direction and misconstrued. It's
What's
the
up? How you
A1
feeling?
himself, man.
How you feeling
Man,
today?
I'm good, bro.
Amazing
I ain't
debate
gonna lie,
last
I'm
night.
up. Shit, that works. Doing my thing. He said, who?
Amazing debate last night, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, bro. For some reason, when I read that 2 12-minute rounds, I thought it was 2 12-minute premise rounds. I was
Hmm.
like, okay, so
It,
when I hit the panel, it was like, no, your second round is your rebuttal round. I said, oh shit. Ah,
you know what's
hey.
funny is a lot of people don't rebuttal in the second round. I don't know if I'm dealing with rookies more so. I ain't gonna lie. When I
Okay.
first started, I would put my presentation together, and I would have things. I would take account throughout the presentation for stuff I thought they were going to bring based on our face off. So I guess I
Yeah.
had little, I put stuff in there that was rebuttals, but mostly I just focused on my presentation. Like I don't want to, I didn't want to focus too much on what they're saying because it's easy to get triggered or thrown off,
Uh,
especially when we already know what the topic is. Like I'm gonna just bring my case and let y'all do y'all. But yeah, some people just use it strictly for like a second premise round to further develop their case. And I like how you use it though, because you was rebuttaling a lot of his information.
my opponent presentation as he pulling it up, and then I'll just share those screenshots during my rebuttal round to make sure I address point by point.
Yes,
But it was
screenshot as
if
you
it's
go
like a
along. Yes,
simple
man.
rebuttal where it's like I felt like last night was a simple rebuttal where he just
I ain't gonna lie, I felt like you flashed on that joint too in round two. Your second round.
black and American. Yeah. So it was like, yeah, I didn't even feel like I needed to, bring any slides there. It was just harping on what he didn't show and, just rebutting it. But I did take notes. Like I wrote them down in my little notes. That's why you see me looking down. Like he said this, he said that. Yeah, but it was like he was just driving past me. I'm like, yo, let's talk about this. And he like, nah, I'm black and American. And I'm like,
And
yeah, but there's a conflict there.
yeah, I see what was going on. I can't wait to see how the judges what they come up with on this. So this shit about to be exciting.
Yeah, dad.
Yeah. That shit was
Yeah,
good,
that's
man.
powerful. Yeah, it
Decorum
was.
was
It
on
felt
10.
good, bro.
Decorum was on 10, so it was a good educational one. Uh yeah, I'm excited about this. So I'm gonna cut that up in the clips here shortly so you can get some shorts.
That's
You
hard.
you going over the war room later?
I mean, yeah, if that's where we at, if that's what's jumping off, yeah.
No, I was
What's
gonna
what's
say if you
going on there?
no, the war room was the after show. That's what it's called. I was gonna
Oh,
say if you want to cover it or anything, anything on my page, take the video. You ain't even gotta ask. If it's on there, take it,
okay.
review it, cover it, show it. You don't even gotta ask.
Yeah, I ain't want to review it yet because I wanted to give the people a chance to actually go look at it on the platform. You know what I'm saying? And then I
Man,
guess let the
go
judges do
ahead.
their
I'm
thing.
I'm so new that you're gonna be putting new eyes onto me. So you're gonna be putting more
Understand?
new eyes onto me than it's gonna miss out because you put it out. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
only
well,
gonna
I'll
be a
mess
few
around,
people.
break it down. Even before the judges do their thing.
It's up. That's up to you, honestly. You know what? Yeah, I'll be
Oh,
patient with
okay.
you. That's up to you. You don't want to jump out the
Okay.
tree and then get a result that say something. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that happen. Nigga be looking silly. Nigga do all this hollering, and then the results come back. I did it once. I was so for sure I won. I cooked dude on his own source. And they came back and said he won, which I wasn't tripping about. But I'm like, I
Mm,
got you. Like I was showing the source, like, bro, you didn't even know what your own source was saying. Like I cooked you. You kept saying it didn't say repudiated. Like we had the same source. How you didn't read it? Like,
damn.
yeah,
Okay, so that's why that's important in your structure. Like, hey, if you cut somebody with their own source, man, that's a
yeah.
bad.
If
Yeah,
that's one of the worst things you could do. I call that microwave scholarship. Like you can't microwave the information. Sometimes you gotta let it cook. So you
yeah,
can't be out here looking for titles and not reading the articles in their entirety. Because the title
yeah.
a lot of times don't say what that final paragraph or those last two paragraphs say. I see something I have to read to the bottom because you get down to a lot of stuff. It'll say this is all in theory, or it'll say that maybe this is what people suspected, but now it's this. Like, and
Hmm.
it'd be 8 paragraphs of BS. But
Yeah.
a lot of stuff is, I mean, that's how they do stuff. So like I say, I'll be catching people. Who did I see do it first? I think I saw like Jabari do it to somebody, and it was just
Hmm.
one of the worst things I ever saw to happen to a debater. I was like,
Yeah,
that's got to be so embarrassing.
I did Yara like that. That's what I was telling what's the name. I did his big dog like that. I did and nigga Yara, I had a debate on um are babies born intelligent? You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? Because his
that's a
view was
dope
like,
topic. Damn, y'all be coming
yeah,
up with some shit. I like that topic. And
bro,
shout out Yara.
yeah,
I actually
man.
just hit him up yesterday. I want to see if I can get him or his team an interview. I've been watching him
Okay.
for a while too, so he be holding it down for the
Yeah.
Hebrews.
Yeah, I murdered that nigga our first time debating, bro. He had brought his source up. And I had the same source, and I'm like, yeah, no, no, bro.
Yeah.
And he admitted it in the post debate. He was like, man, when I saw he had that same source and read that one part, I said, I know it's over with. He tried
Uh,
to cut the people down. I said, that's crazy, but yeah, that was hard. That
I
was
fuck with
definitely
Yara,
hard.
man. I mean, he knows, I've never been able to actually just speak with him, but just way watching him, I like his style and how he do his
Yeah, I
thing.
fuck with y'all, I had some personal conflict with him, but it's all YouTube shit. Just because I'm not big on Sarnetta, you know what I'm saying? Like I had real beef with Sarnetta, and motherfuckers was like doing all type of bogus trolling shit on YouTube. Like
Mm.
me and Taz had went down to Florida to go cover the polite court case,
Hmm.
and this motherfucker Sarnetta, he live talking about Taz broke in his car in New York. The nigga Taz
What?
just broke in my car. Woo, woo, woo. Nigga, we live in Florida. That
Oh
nigga
my
Taz
god!
went
But why
live
would
and
he
turned that
say?
nigga up.
You know,
Bro, I
we're
don't
not going
know.
to talk about it on here. Let's change the subject. I don't even want to. I hate. I don't like tearing down other black men publicly, man. Like it's
Yeah,
we
that,
not.
well, I
And I
ain't
know
trying
you
to
got
tear
your own
nobody
issues.
down, but yeah,
So
it's like if it's truth, it's truth. You
yeah, if it's
feel
truth,
me?
it's truth. But I'm gonna holler at you
Yeah,
about it in the background. I don't want to be the reason that
yeah,
this
that's
all
cool.
goes, that
Understood.
way.
Yeah, I ain't trying to damage somebody else's relationship. I honor that. Like I say, y'all rock cool though. Like he got a lot of good history, but he uses it biasly to teach what he want to teach. And it's like, for a long time, I would just listen to him, and then it was like it got to the point where I would hear something and I go look it up, and then I would come to him, ask him about it, and he would like just say a blatant lie, and I'd be like, "Oh, you got an agenda." But he got a lot of good information. He's a
Yeah,
great studier, and like, yeah, bro.
he
Like
be
I
in
can
that.
sit back
He be in
and
that book, man. That's for sure.
yeah, bro. Yeah, he jiggy though. But that was my experience with using somebody's source against them. But yeah, no, it was a fire debate. It definitely was a
Yeah.
fire debate, man. Shout out to the brother King Naga, man. And that's what I was like, though. Because I think I ragged on him. I think I got him. Okay. I go to with the red. Red, yeah. But like I said, it's just I have to see how the judges see it, but I
Mhm.
think they'll agree with me. Like I just rewatched it, and it's like I rewatched it last night, but I fell asleep. But I just rewatched it in its entirety, and it's like, yeah, bro.
Hey, that
Like,
rewatch hit different than the actual event, don't it?
Yeah, and it's still
every time.
entertaining,
Yeah,
especially when you're the debater because you don't get to look at it
exactly.
as a
Yeah, because
consumer
you
thing.
you in the moment, so you can't. I
Yeah,
remember that's how I got better. I started watching my debates back because, like, in the moment, I may be feeling a little nervous, or I may be thinking that my nervousness is coming across, and then I watch it back, like, oh, you can't tell none of that shit. Like, you can tell. I'm like, oh, and then once I realized that it wasn't coming across, it just made me super comfortable. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Then I start getting in my bag, like, oh, they can't. I thought I was stuttering and stumbling over words, but shit was sounding smooth. So I was like,
Man, I couldn't say geography for shit. That motherfucker said geographic. I
I
said,
ain't
man,
even peeped that
what?
yesterday.
What did my brain just do? It was like in the opening round too, bro. I was like, man, that's what's up.
The funny thing is, like, I'll be doing so much during y'all debate, like, I couldn't judge it. I couldn't tell you who won at the end of it because
Yeah.
it's so much. There's gaps where I'm not paying attention for like an extended couple of minutes. Other if you say my name, I'll hear you, but it's like I'm responding to people in the chat. I'm sharing the link around, checking the
Hmm.
back and forth between the time clock, making sure ain't no crazy comments popping up that need to get removed. Um, like trying to do all that at the same time. So
Hmm.
I'm still gonna have to watch it back to see how I feel about it. I have an initial feeling, but that was like that's just going off the vibe. That's not me. Um, that's not showing any attention to detail to the sources and information that was being provided. I have to watch it back to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and yeah, be looking for some interviews from Suave coming on the channel. From all the debaters, win, lose, or draw. We want to hear from them.
Left.
Um, and yeah, I want to get some of y'all. I want to interview you. Period, just about your history and debating. You've been doing this a long time. You've brushed shoulders with some of the best. You know what I'm saying? As you can tell, because steel sharpens steel. You definitely got it. When you did that second round with those slides, I was like, okay, he did good with those slides. Next time when you know it's like that, you might could split some of your round one slides up and just move them over. It's not even like you really had to add extra,
Yeah.
or come up
Go
with
back
something.
over.
Even give them
Yeah.
even if you just give them one slide that's a graphic they could stare at the whole time, something
Hmm.
visual, because visual affects your emotions, and I think it all
Yeah.
goes together, man. Like you want to put the total package together. But either way, you cooked. Like I said, I threw you on a big screen. That was nice. So, because last time I have to figure this out too. The last debate, I had a judge confused about who was who, only because all he could hear is voices. He couldn't see no faces. So he
Mm.
was like, I know whoever was arguing against this, I think they won. I just can't tell you. He was like confused
Well, I
about who it
think
was.
if you drop everybody off the panel, put them in the back, they can still see it. So when you share the screen,
Man,
it'll
I
be
was
the
thinking that
the
last night,
debater on the
bro.
side. Yeah, drop
And
them
it's
off the
only one
panel.
debater up there, or like me and him
Yeah,
up there. And so that way there is no confusion. You can see the
yeah.
icon. I was definitely thinking that last night while y'all were live. And I'm like, well, one, I don't want to do it in the middle. And then I was thinking, it kind of keep it spicy, because what if a nigga want to interrupt, crash out or something? Like, it kind of keep it live. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause, I mean, it would be entertaining. We don't want it too often. Like, I be telling people stuff like this, like, violence does numbers. So Draymond Green punching somebody, it's gonna turn the league up. But if it happens every day, it's gonna drop the numbers. Violence over an extended period of time, you can't do that. People are gonna tune out. But random instances of it just keeps the stuff exciting and makes people want to watch. Uh, Unfortunately, and then this just is from my studies. I don't really think anybody would disagree with that.
Yeah, my
But
bag. I had got a car.
oh, you good, you good.
Yeah,
But
that'll
yeah,
that'll fix that though. If you just drop everybody off the panel, then you can still use the graphics without having everybody up there.
got you. I'm gonna do that on the next one. From here on out, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop the person down. But I just love that they still there to interrupt and mess up if they want to, because that's points against them. But I don't know, it
Or
just be lit.
you could
Like
jump
that
into
trigger.
somebody round.
No, but if a person does that, they obviously are that trigger. They crashing out. Like I still wanted them to have the opportunity to mess up and throw it all away if they want to. Like, you want to
Yeah.
just crash out? Like, go ahead, but I think just for the sake of keeping things smoother and making the judge's job easier, I am going to do what you just said. Because, yeah, that'll make for a better show, less mistakes on the judge's part. Because he definitely made a mistake. He didn't make a mistake in his judging. He just got confused as to who was who. Because, again, nobody was showing their face. Shout out Ruger the Lion. King Nine, Thought in the building. How you feeling today?
I'm cool, man. Came on, see what we was discussing this early afternoon in my
Oh,
location.
yeah, chilling, chilling. Yeah, it was a fire debate last night. I was lit. I'm happy y'all both. I already knew Ruben was gonna show up and do his decorum on 10 thing. He don't really get too out of character or out of pocket. Like he don't have to. His information speak for itself. He actually got some information. You don't gotta do all the antics and theatrics. You
Right,
don't
right.
either though. I noticed that about Suave. Suave, you been put it. Oh, he just dropped off. I've been getting a lot of game from Suave because the way he deal with people who crashing out, it's like
Yeah,
it's like, damn, you're good because I don't know. I can't help it. It's in me to match that energy, and I don't be in control. Like I will crash and throw all this stuff away. Like I don't be wanting to do that, and I will regret it afterwards. Like, damn, what did I just do? I just messed everything up. But he'll be like, "Oh, you want to talk, brother? Go ahead, guy. Let me know when you finish." Like he always doing stuff like that, and I'm like,
yeah, let
"But
them gas out.
yeah, but hanging around him is getting me to start to do it more. Like I'm picking up on it, so I'm starting to hang around brothers who got good decorum and good rebuttal skills more. Because
Right.
how else would I learn it? That's probably how I learned to crash out from being around crash outs, honestly. So,
Right.
and that's not a way
Yeah,
to handle no situation. That don't prove you right because I yelled or got physical.
yeah. I'll be. Yeah, I think I'm like you. I match niggas' energy.
It's
Unless
it, it's
I just
natural.
don't want to. It depends on what it is. Trying to get out. You feel me? If I'm trying to get out some shit that I think is important, I think people need to hear. Feel me? Then I would let you just go ahead. I mean, those be those days where I'll be like, yo, let's just have a conversation. We ain't gotta, you feel me?
Hmm.
That's been more lately than not. And you try to like be 3, 4 hours went by, we ain't discussed nothing. Everybody having a measuring contest or just interjecting stuff that ain't got nothing to do with what's going on. Like, feel me? Just a bunch of craziness, man. But you know what I mean, as my title, my position and the circle I run in, you feel me? It's kind of, I got that title for a reason. So, you know what I mean? If I ask you, let's have a civilized conversation, it's probably in your best interest to do that.
But I was gonna say I know when your crash out coming because you do exactly the same thing I do. I ask you for peace first.
Right,
The first thing I'm gonna do is say, wait, hold on. I realize what's going on. Even if I start to match your energy, and I'll try to catch myself, like, hold up, let's not do this, brother. Can we slow down? Can we scale back? Can we just talk? That's me about to. That's when I'm about to crash out, and I'm
right. But
recognizing it, and I'm trying to stop it. And
but
then
you
I'm
know,
like, oh, it's up. Well,
you,
fuck it.
you you know what I found out that come from though? That's the pushback from people not wanting to have something stuck inside their paradigm that could change their view.
Mm,
Because the thing is you can't hold anyone accountable for anything if they don't know. The moment they know is the moment they could be held accountable.
if
You feel
fact
me?
with
So I inform
knowledge,
people. So
with
you could
knowledge,
like, and it ain't, know what I mean, out of spite or whatever, know what I mean, but you know better, you do better.
facts. The
You
saying
feel me?
is, with great knowledge comes great responsibility. Um, and it sucks because once I gained certain knowledge, there was no going back.
Yeah,
It went
Can't
it's not.
unsee it. You can't unlearn it. Yeah.
facts. I did a
It's
podcast. I got this other little show called Black Unity Unfiltered on my channel, and we did a podcast talking about it was this other YouTuber talking about how XXX Tentacion getting lit up in Florida was a good thing for the culture. And I'm like, huh? What is he talking about? I was just confused. Like, how is a black man getting killed a good thing for the culture? He was like, tune in tonight at 9. We gonna talk about it. You know, I was there. I had to see what he was saying. So what he was pretty much breaking down was like, every day y'all are out here in y'all songs supporting music that is killing another black man. I'll rob another black man. I'll sell drugs to your grandmama. You know what I'm saying? But when it's in your front door, oh, now y'all online. Y'all want to be the police. Now y'all want somebody to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what happened to no snitching? What happened? He was like, y'all need to pick a side. He was like, and if you keep listening to this stuff and supporting it, that's the side you want. So, yeah, I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah. Cops, what's good, bro?
So that's why my position, right? Although motherfuckers do make music like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The culture of this shit ain't ours, right? Because although you might have us writing the shit, there's only certain shit you could write. But you could write whatever you want. There's only certain shit that's getting pushed.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me? And when another culture has that type of control over some shit that you calling yours, you gotta reanalyze that situation, right?
Mhm.
Because it's packaged to you, right, to look like it's yours, but it ain't yours.
Like BET, baby.
You actually free promotion for the product that they're selling. They ain't even trying to sell, they selling. Cause you look in other countries and oh fuck other countries. You look in China, bro. The next thing to cosplay is cosplay. Niggas being these motherfuckers being the design designation of what the product of a nigga is.
Mm.
You
Hey,
feel me? And
hey,
that shit is a product. It is not controlled by
hey,
you.
hey,
But
one.
go ahead.
Hey, nah, bro. When that no, go ahead and say because this might change this topic.
Okay. I was gonna say facts. And when I saw that podcast, that dude saying that stuff, he put some knowledge on my ass that changed my whole life. I stopped doing rap music that talked about that stuff because it was too much for me. It was that heavy. Like, damn, I didn't realize I was in error this whole time. Like for however many years I've been around on this earth, I've been moving backward. It was like a slap in the face. It was the reality check I needed though. Like I'm out here because I was one of them people that are like, yeah, but this is messed up. When Nip passed away, yeah, this is messed up. Like what? Because some street niggas did some street shit. This is the stuff that we rock to. This is what we support, right? This is what we spend our dollars on, right? These the people who we prop up, people who doing stuff like this and rapping about doing stuff like this. Now robbing a nigga ain't cool. Now taking something from a lame ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, it's never been cool, but we was,
We
I
the
don't
free
know.
marketing for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So the shit that we do in real life in the street, right, is just the wow factor in marketing. Like how can you market some shit to sell like boom, like cause this shit right here, you gotta be a particular type of way, a particular type of thing. You feel me? And us doing what we doing to each other in the streets for real is just another part of their marketing strategy to reconfirm that you feel me. This product we selling is absolutely that.
You got me thinking right now. Let's say I wanted to market an artist or a group like Tribe Called Quest in 2025. I
You
wouldn't
can't
even
do it.
know how to. Brother, I was just about to say I wouldn't even know how to do it.
Yeah, you can't. That is right because um what we have today and what Tribe Called Quest um is right isn't the same thing.
Mm.
That shit ain't people don't as many people you hear like us sitting online, you feel me? And we talking about what we talking about, right? It's three of us. Chances are two of us gonna get off ahead, throw the radio on, and 988. 988. Yeah, and most of us gonna motherfucking go and turn the radio on and bop our heads to the same shit we talking about. You feel me? Because it's a part of the paradigm. It is what it is. What we speaking about is wanting to get away from it. You feel me? We're being confronted by it every moment of the day, right? And then doubling down on that, being told that, oh yeah, this your shit. You feel me? So why I gotta hide away from my shit? You feel me? We just gotta change it up a little bit. Stop talking about okay, nah, we gotta do all that shit in the garbage because it's not ours. And start from scratch. Let's go back to hip hop. You feel me? And then build up again. 'Cause this shit definitely ain't ours. We ain't making nothing off it. And it's not um freely given out. Expression like how we expressing ourselves now. Right? You're being made to make a particular thing, and that's it. You even got rappers coming out talking about the shit like, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. You feel me? Lil Baby made a song. That shit was controversy of the year. Like, you feel me? At the end of the day, like, because a nigga was talking about trying to help other niggas and not killing each other. Like, you feel me? They don't want that shit. That's when all that goofy shit started coming out about that nigga. Can't get bigger than your handlers, my nigga. People got to see and understand why it is being done a certain way. You feel me? And ain't nobody getting in that motherfucking door, right? Without motherfuckers having shit on your ass. So when your ass act like, cause you got a little bit of money in your pocket, right? That you bigger than the world and bigger than the motherfuckers that opened the door for you, we gonna motherfucking put that shit in check. Right? Regardless to if it's true or not. You feel me? Like the shit with Puffy. Now, I mean, niggas like, oh, da da da. This shit started with the motherfucking Juan shit. He called us up on to go at the motherfuckers next about the deal they made and they fell out on, pulled the rug under his ass from. You feel me? He legally motherfucking went by boom boom. All this shit came out about his ass. Shit ain't so shit, bro. Just allowed to play a part in it. Because you're beneficial to, now I mean, the product that's being sold.
Now, I don't disclaim it because I don't prefer it all the time. Like, I understand, like, when you, especially when you talking about hip hop, which is supposed to be like, to me, it was the voice of the voiceless. You know what I'm saying? Like, we finally got a platform, or we finally got a way to get our message out there. They weren't listening to our lectures, they weren't reading our books. You know what I'm saying? So when they got into art and we were able to, entertain people with it, the message still being there was powerful. We still have that, but of course, the mind of black people is not a monolith. So it's like those people that are, because what we have was a lot of people rapping about the streets that was in proximity to the streets. So once the people that was in the streets started funding the music, like that, it was the drug dealers who had the money for the studio. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the other. And then it was the drug dealers who had the cars
Mm.
that gave the,
Damn.
and then the drug dealers started rapping themselves.
Damn.
And that's where you get the murder and you get the robbery and you get the other side of black life where people say, yeah, this is the condition I grew up in. I just don't kick that to the side like that's not ours. Yeah, it's more popular than what I prefer it to be, but it's still ours. It's just I've matured. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have more of a world to talk about. But if you listen to my music always have reflected the struggle of black people that leads to the violence. It hasn't glorified the violence. It don't degrade the women. You know what I'm saying? But it accents and complements the culture in real time where a woman wants to go out and be a hoe and dance. There's a song that lets her be a hoe, and then she goes back home and be a mother, a wife, a daughter, or whatever it is. But it's sometimes dudes want to go to the club and they want to be, gangsters. Okay, we got music for that too. But then you go home and you don't need your gun to raise your kids. You don't need your flag to do your job and bring home money to pay the bills. So
I
I
I
can enjoy it all, man.
I, I
It doesn't.
now I agree with you on the content. Now I mean, being ours and shit, right? The
Mm.
construct is not. Therefore, the culture of it isn't. At the end of the day.
No, the business
Uh,
of it isn't. The culture
see,
is. The business isn't.
let me
Now,
let me.
if it's owned by a business, right, which means being dictated by said business at the end of the day, which is being done. How can you claim it as being yours? It's not yours. You don't dictate the which way it go. None of that.
But that's why I wanted to interject in there because I think he did touch on that. Because I was gonna say what you were saying, but I felt like he did. I was that's why I was
What's
like,
going on?
damn, because he went to the
No, it's a
aspect
lift.
of
Yo, give me a
I got
righteous
me.
song
hold
that's on rap top 100.
hold on. I was gonna say he went to the aspect of how it was black owned and how black people were funding their own stuff and putting. And then I got to
Back
thinking
then.
about yeah. I mean, even some today still, and they're still independent
They
artists.
irrelevant if
But
they're not being heard.
No, they're
And
not.
if they're
no,
Kendrick
but
being
Lamar is
heard,
positive as
even when
hell.
I go,
Kendrick,
even when I
Kendrick.
go to the black
Oh,
owned
no, no.
independent artists of
Oh, right
today,
now.
they're still putting out that same style of content though.
But even when
So
you go to TDE, you got Punch, who's black, funding, what used to be Kendrick, but you still got what's the one dude, the blind dude with the lupus that be snapping, and like TDE has positive music out there as far as rap, and I'm sure if I Google top 100 rap
no, you
songs,
can see you're not. I just went through this with somebody. You're not.
okay, bet let's go there.
No, top 100 rap songs 2025, right? As of today, right?
Yeah,
Con- you're gonna be hard pressed to find a conscious song on that list, my boy. Rap,
not like us,
not
not
R
like
and
us,
B.
not like us. Hold on, not like us. TV off. Um, what is denial is a river? I said top 100. Oh, this is top 100 rap song. Best popular rap songs. Went Legit by G Herbo. Um, Houdini by Eminem. Um, I mean, that's a few. Am I tripping? Yeah, I went there. Somebody, So Be It by the Clip. Best for Me, Joyner Lucas. Family Matter. That's a popular song. But yeah, man, it's something in there. It's something in there. But like I say, it's I understand the effect of funding an industry and not having your own distribution and stuff like that, and people trying to play to the market. I do, but yeah, God, I just don't disconnect from it because it's not what I preferably want. I still enjoy black people being able to get their bars off. And when it does transition to real time, like someone get injured or murdered or something like that, this is not my first time being exposed to that. I guess because it's digital and this, that, no, but the thing with Tentacion is he didn't get killed in the street. Like he got killed at a car dealership, somebody trying to come up on a bag. So that happens to a lot of people. It was just the fact that he was rich, but a lot of people get murdered coming up out of certain stores with, that bag on them and this, that, and the other. It's just that he was popular, so it blew up. Oh, the brother dropped off. But yeah, I definitely have pushback for why this music is so accepted. But
My bad,
not
I
why
fell off.
this music is so all right now. Not why this music is so accepted, but why the positive music isn't accepted. You know what I'm saying? Like there should be um there should be some type of assistance in getting nonviolent music more popular, getting it more mainstream, more accessible on the radio. You know, like that's just it. I don't think we need to be in the club early in the fucking morning. That's why I say it's like I remember some places they wouldn't play music that cursed till after a certain time. I'm not mad at that. Like it should be a certain type of music on the radio during the day, and then as the evening comes, then you turn into your trap. and your other stuff. That way, people get exposed to the music that you can play in front of your kids, the music that actually teaches you something. And you would like some of those songs and you would buy some of them albums and you would go to some of them concerts. But when you're not that easily exposed to it, you don't even know that it exists.
But I agree with you on that. But people exposed to what they're looking for. I'm sure people know that is that type of music out here. You feel me? But when they go looking for shit, they want to listen to the bitch with STD lip gloss and know what I mean the nigga talking about dogging her the fuck out and then dumping her all to the next nigga. Know what I mean?
But that's what I'm
And then-
saying. We don't look for that. It's funnel to us. And then we end up liking it and then we look for it. But
I
we
gotta.
don't go out and look. Let me find the newest song that's talking
I'll
about
be back,
murder.
y'all.
No.
I'll be
All
back.
right, God. No, you will hear it in a commercial or in a movie or on the radio, and then you will then start looking for it. But just like if positive music was forced on the radio, you would hear some of that song and you would let me find that song. That song was cold. And you'll find out artists, and then that playlist would suggest other music that's like that. But it's like, yeah, as a person who wants to see more positive music, I can go out there and search for positive music, but I don't have to search for the negative music. I didn't search for Skrilla. Like Skrilla came on the radio. My homeboy was liking it. He was playing it, you know? So it's like, I don't know. I know. It's just we just need more positive music like reinforced. Like it should be like a special
right,
little bag for that where they like, yeah, no, we're gonna force positive music on you from 9 to 5 or 9 to 3. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
first
right.
5 hours of your day, we don't got none of that bullshit in our playlist. Here's the healthy music from artists that need to be supported. And then we could turn up later on in the day. But yeah, man, I don't need to be in the club while I'm dropping my kids. You feel me? You know, I definitely get the argument. I just don't. I just
Yeah,
look for a more healthier way of dealing with it than trying to disconnect or divide us off of it. Because them youngsters gonna grow up. Them youngsters gonna grow up, bro.
right. That's a lot of things that people don't understand too. Like, know what I mean? Because you jamming out, know what I mean? Listening to your jam, but you got your 4 or 5 year old right there with you on the same room.
Hey,
You feel me? Like, that shit be kind of crazy. So the shit that you know what I mean, opening your kids' eyes to, you know what I mean, at various ages where they probably shouldn't even be
yeah,
thinking about that kind of shit. You know what I mean? They know the song word for word better than you. Because kids pay
yeah.
more attention than we do. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But I listen to my music, bro. I keep it 100 with you, bro. I go to my 80s list. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah. Understood, trust me. I get it. I get the filtering process, but yeah, I'm not at that level where I'm comfortable with kids just listening to women talk about getting head and giving head and all this shit. Like, no, I'm cool. We don't need to play that around the shorties, man.
Oh, God, I 110% agree with that.
So what you think about the debate yesterday though?
Yeah, that was good shit, bro. Good
That's
shit.
hard.
Uh,
That's hard.
Be more, you know what I mean, fits to that tune. I mean, at the end of the day, it was clean, too. I ain't get all hung up, caught up. You know what I mean, it was smooth, whole operation. Shit, way it should be going these days. I appreciate it just because of that aspect of it. You feel me?
Yeah, that's dope.
Type
That's
shit. But
dope.
y'all was good. Y'all was functional. I mean, able to understand what it was y'all was saying. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all both had good arguments. I mean, to support your stance. I mean, it was clean. I mean, I liked it. I was there. Like I go to a debate to support. You feel me? But if it ain't good, you feel me? I'm gonna leave. I ain't gonna stay the whole time just out of, know what I mean, support. Know what I mean, type shit.
Mhm.
Know what I mean, but I watched the whole debate.
That's hard. That's all. I kept you there the
And
whole time.
yeah, and the shit crazy, right? Because the only reason I didn't come to the after party is because my motherfucking head was banging. Like I'm looking at the monitor and the light sense, and that shit was all blurry. My shit was banging last night. So as soon as the debate was over, I went to sleep. I wanted to come to
Right.
that after party though, because I know that shit was crazy.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
But,
It felt good to be back. It was like a breath of fresh air. I like the
but,
platform has ran.
yeah, I
So
like also like the aspect of you need to have more conversations. It ain't gonna have to be conversations about that particularly, but
uh-huh.
conversations similar to these conversations because all this 100 years of debating the Bible and other irrelevant shit that really don't. I mean, we need to be talking
Yeah.
about. I mean, the shit that's relevant to us today. I mean, as well as the shit in the past that was relevant to us, but we can't have, we can't live more in the past being a today people than we are today. You understand what I'm saying? You have to,
Understood.
yeah,
How
you
did you
have
leave
to
your
know
book
where,
bag up front, brother?
yeah, you absolutely have to know where you come from. It's imperative you know where you come from. But you have to
Behind the
also
register.
remember that you here today. So you gotta live, know what I mean, in today. Know what I mean, at the end of the day. That's my perspective on it. And I know hella history. You feel me? But like I said, we're today people. So you have to deal with the problems and issues that we are
Yeah, they
going
over
through
there
today.
behind the register. Yeah. My bad.
You cool, bro?
Yeah, bro. I hit that little line in the back, man. Don't nobody answer for Suave, man. I said, man, what
I had
happened?
I had since you made the call a couple minutes ago, I had made the call right after you, but nobody got on.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go live, man. Take it to the panel then.
That's why
Yeah,
I had
I
seen
thought
it and
so.
shit. I'm like, oh, all right, I'm motherfucking jump on because I made the call right after you. I was on the call for like real live, like 3.5, 4 minutes, and nobody
Yeah, I
jumped
saw it
on.
when I went back to go post the link for the stream yard in the chat. I was like, damn, they on the card. But I had already committed to YouTube.
Right? Yeah, no, I was on that.
Shocking.
I was on that bitch by myself, bro. I think some niggas at work.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's Monday. It's early
Uh-huh.
Monday. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Yeah, I definitely do. But yeah,
Mm,
I wouldn't mind reviewing it and, getting everybody opinion and let
right.
motherfuckers talk shit a little bit more. Hype
Yeah.
up the next debate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really interested in us actually coming together and doing something that's sustainable for us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Instead of because at some point, like I consider shit to be crying. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at some point you have to come to a position to where is the talking we could continue to talk, but there has to be some action applied to it. You feel me?
Yeah, once there's an oversaturation of talking without any action, like we got a bunch of self-proclaimed frustrated black men, but it's like once we get off the panel, we're not so frustrated no more. But yeah, like me, I was like, man, let's just put together a t-shirt, like just to show people that we could come together and do something structurally. Let's start off simple. Let's do a wristband, a t-shirt, and actually get it out there so people can, see on a
Right.
very low level how to construct something. And then we could go big. We could go larger.
I
I'm like,
absolutely agree with you, bro. I'll be back here motherfucking talking to people and asking people, you know what I mean, ideas things we could do together. And it's like I
mhm.
don't even know, bro. Like, cause I can't even say a motherfucker don't like you, right? Cause that ain't the case most of the time. You feel me? I think people enjoy talking about shit, and if you take away the shit that niggas talk about, they wouldn't have anything to talk about anymore. So they reluctant
Mm-hmm.
against moving against the things that they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Type shit. I don't know, the shit weird, man. And we supposed to be setting examples for the next people up under us, man. I heard us age category talking how the younger dudes coming up in a conscious community don't respect us the same way we respected our elders. Right? So everybody pointing the fingers at the young niggas, and I'm telling niggas like, yo, take a step back. Maybe it's not them. Maybe it's us. You feel me? At the end of the day. Because part of solving a problem is looking at every aspect of the issues dealing with the situation. You were part of that situation, right? So it may not be like the our elders held themselves at a particular, you feel me, at the end of the day. Like we'd be hard pressed to find them on a video arguing about goofy shit, nigga. Meanwhile, that's all we do. You feel me? Like, and
Yeah.
granted, it's more means of catching video and shit now than it was back then. But so what? Because the shit ain't adding up. Because we could actually, if we went and pulled the shit in its entirety, right? We got way more goofy videos than we got videos actually um breaking shit down and showing a path to a means to an end. Know what I mean? And things of that nature. It's crazy to me, man. Like I told niggas we could start selling meat, man. I was telling you the other day, I was telling niggas when they was talking about boycotting and shit. All right, boom. Why send them from one pocket that's not ours to another pocket that's not ours, right? When we could motherfucking facilitate a means to something. You feel me? At the end of the day, give motherfuckers in our communities a better product for a cheaper price at the end of the day. And we all still be happy because we gonna all still motherfucking make something off it. We gonna be able to grow off that shit and make it into something, know what I mean? Until we come across some shit where shit might come into question, and then that's gonna be on you on how you decide you wanna handle it. Know what I mean? You wanna let some people try to take some shit from you because they wanna stop some shit. You feel me? Or you gonna stand for something. But I
Yeah.
told niggas if niggas wanna do that shit, I'll put a couple K into getting some motherfucking meat and shit, getting the shit done. But niggas gotta be serious and wanna do some shit. A
Yeah, I
lot of
like
people.
to yeah, it's just to see anything, bro. It's positive. I wouldn't mind putting some bucks towards something, you know. I don't know how my life set up, how much I could, hustle to me to get it off or something like that. But definitely putting some money toward
But
um
you know where that
ha-
shit start off? Start off
what's
at
good.
because all these shits is conversations, right?
Mm,
We ain't nailed nothing down yet because we like to talk. So when you hear an idea that sound good to you, right? You run that shit through the ears of people in your neighborhood, people you interact with every day. Now I mean, like, yo, what if I was able to get you a better grade of meat, but cheaper than what these supermarkets giving you? Now I mean, that ain't got all the poison and shit that they put in it. Now I mean, would you buy it from me? If you ask 40 people that and 20 people told you they would, right? Then 10 of them people actually will buy from you.
yeah.
You feel me? The other 10 gonna come in later from word of mouth from the 10 that already bought from you at the end of the day. You know, market your shit, build your shit, but that's how, know what I mean? Like some of the shit that I do, like one of the businesses I got, I do resell. You feel me? Before I even went and bought any motherfucking thing for like 3, 4, 5 months. I just everybody I came in contact with, like, yo, bro, if I this, that, and the third, know what I mean, you'll buy off me. I mean, it's like, yeah, know what I mean, some people like, nah, you feel me? Like, know what I mean, I explain to people, I got a paper trail, everything, boom, all my shit authentic, blah, 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 this, that, and the third, you feel me? I had enough people tell me year doing the subtracting and shit that I need to do, know what I mean, based upon how business work, right? where I felt comfortable, like, all right, I'm gonna bust this move type shit. You feel me? I sell hella sneakers. I probably sell more sneakers today than a lot of sneaker stores type shit. You feel me? So, and I broke my shit straight out of storage. You feel me? I got all that shit up in storage. When niggas motherfucking say they want something, need something, you feel me? They hit me up, boom, I go into the motherfucking one of the storages and get that shit. If I can't get it, I
Yeah.
hit one of my other mans, you feel me, that's doing the same thing that look like me. And I try to get them the business if I ain't got what's needed, you know what I mean, to do the business myself. That's one thing I definitely do though. If I can't facilitate something on any level, right? I'd rather send you to somebody that I know doing the same thing I do that can get you that look like me, than to send you to another motherfucker that don't look like us. I don't even give a fuck if you not us as the customer, nigga. I'm gonna send you to another black person on God before I send you
Hmm.
to somebody else. You feel
Yeah,
me?
that only makes sense, man.
Right. Like I'm from the streets, right? So I took business as a minor type shit. You heard? And the only
Hmm.
thing that I found different from illegal shit and legal shit is how we get taxed. Right at the end of the day, the same three rules apply. Know what I mean, product, location, clientele. You feel me? But that's like when you out on the street. I mean, you on the block, niggas come through. Just because you ain't got nothing, you don't send niggas 2 blocks away, right? You send nigga to your man that's next to you because you want to keep the traffic coming. Right? Same shit apply. That's how I be trying to talk to niggas when it come to business, because I know a lot of niggas was in the street. And when you talk business, it's like, I mean, damn, like, nah, it's the same shit, bro. Same shit like in the street, my niggas. It's the same like you selling coke and dope, my boy. You feel me? You just got a different product, right? Which means you have a different clientele base, customer base. You feel me? Which also means that your location, I mean, will be different. But like I said, the same three rules apply, brother. You gotta keep that shit in the circle, man. And that's the problem. A lot of us hate on one another, right? That you wouldn't even send a motherfucker my way. You feel me? Just off of the fact that you looking at me as competition or whatever you looking, right? At the end of the day. But yeah, shit weird, man. But we definitely need to do more things. They could be little things, right? Because little things collectively could turn into something big. You feel me? At the end of the day. So, I mean, niggas could start doing little things here and there. You feel me? I was even thinking about building stock off of business. You where you at, I'm where I'm at. We know 30 other motherfuckers, that's where they at, right? Everybody motherfucking open up a business, right? Put all your blood, sweat, tears in that bitch. Make that shit pump, right? And then we unify all the businesses under one umbrella, right? And then get our stocks. We already be backed by a couple motherfucking $1,000,000 type shit. You know what I mean? But that's a different conversation for a different time that take way more explaining than what I just did. Cause you know what I mean, that definitely wasn't the gist of it, but that's the gist of it, but it's not the technicality of it. At the end of the day. And I think that I don't think I know that we could go out here and make some shit happen. Right? Niggas just gotta be motivated to do so at the end of the day. Like I don't like to sit around and be like, oh, a motherfucker got me in a position because of this. Right? Especially when I know, right, I could get out of that situation. All I gotta do is put some footwork in, right? At the end of the day, like a lot of shit that people talk about going through, know what I mean, barrels down to the shit like color law and shit like that. Right? A lot of shit that you go through, one has to go through if you do simple shit like correct your status, right? Don't own shit, right? Have everything but don't own it, right? Get your shit, put it in trusts, right? Have none of the shit belong to you, right? Then have the motherfucking country actually do for you what it's supposed to do for you at the end of the day. I mean, it is a lot of shit that go with that, but you know that I could have a business, I could work for a business, and um it's a book and shit. I don't want to say a book, but it's kind of like a book, and it tell you what each job is worth per hour. So you got people that motherfucking do the cable installation or fiber optic installation, right? They get like $30, $35 an hour. That job title um accounts for $53.47 an hour, right? So I could send you to work in my place for me and get the whole $53, right? And still pay you the 30. And we both came up off of sending or off of just you working type shit. It's a lot of avenues and shit. That's why I say people gotta educate themselves on shit, because a lot of shit that we do sit back and be like, oh, know what I mean, we're being held back on this or we're being did because of this. Know what I mean, it's about what you know type shit. Know what I mean? Now I just telling a nigga the other day, well not the other day, a couple months ago, when niggas could vouch for this shit, right? And it's crazy because I started seeing videos after the math on Facebook about this shit. I got a $7,500 check, motherfucking, from the state of New Jersey type shit, because they kept me for an hour and a half type shit. And they made me do business with them. So I exchanged business verification with them and let them know that we was on the clock type shit. You feel me? And they agreed type shit. So I ended up getting 7,400. At 7,400 and some change. I rounded up to 75. You feel me? At the end of the day, it should be real. Know what I mean, it's just about what we know. Know what I mean? Don't let them off, or don't live your life under the cover of law. You feel me? Don't be black type shit.
Taz in the building, man. Shout out to Taz, man. Make sure y'all go over there to Psycho Patients channel. The
Peace,
debate
peace.
league, DABATE league. Taz versus Marley just went down last night on the debate of is America the greatest country in the world. So congratulations to Taz for winning. And shout out to Marley for participating, man. And shout out to Psycho for another classic one down.
What do we mean by great?
Uh, yeah, because my debate was at the same time. I caught some of the premise, and I caught both openings and some of the premise, but yeah, just basically that emotional romanticism of America. How you doing? Is America the greatest country? And people are gonna say, yeah, I would rather live here. You know, we got sports. Look at our food, and you know, we're able to get money. And look at other countries, they doing this, doing that, and then of course the other side say, shit, look at where America is slipping at. Look at the other countries. When you look up top five healthcare, top five education, shit like that, America don't look so great no more. And so, you know, it was a bang. It was a bang. It was a bang. All right, bet, Taz. It was a bang. So I still got to rewatch it in its entirety. But that pretty much was the gist of it. One person saying, yeah, America is the greatest country because of our freedom and our liberties and our ability to, you know, move around and, you know, buy clothes and enjoy ourselves and, you know, yeah. And then the other person saying, well, yeah,
It's more than
nah.
one thing, right? Because you talking about prominence, or you talking about in quantity or quality, right? Or like everything that falls under it. That's why I asked, what do we mean by great? Because great can mean a multitude of things, right? If
Yeah,
it's not nailed down.
yeah, but that's what I got from it. You know, uh, from the little time I was able to pop in because, like I said, my debate was going on at the same time, but we did start like a half an hour late. So I
Right.
was able to catch some of it, which was a good thing, you know.
Then
But I
what
didn't even know it was going down.
I be trying to figure out, like, with certain things, like, 'cause, like, I with the great thing, and I'm trying to figure it out. Like, now, man, if we look at other countries, and you could look at, you can always look somewhere else, right, and find something that you may perceive to be better from a distance, right? But I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. Most countries in this world, a motherfucker, especially a nigga, cannot get online and openly talk against the government, say the shit niggas be saying, or none of that, right? At the end of the day, that shit is motherfucking look a common person to get brought up on treason type shit for doing the same shit we do every day, take for granted type shit. Know what I mean? So that's why I said like when we talk about great, how do we mean great, right? And then the grander things like shit always look better from the other side. But the shit that people gotta endure to have that shit that you think look good from over here, right? That's the story you don't know, right? That's the story we should be trying to figure out. Because at this point, niggas arguing out the side of their necks and not even knowing nothing, you feel me? Because you haven't even know what I mean? A lot of people haven't even been to these places, right? And for the people that have been to these places, you've been to these places as a tourist, right? Going somewhere as a tourist, right? And motherfucking being there, living there under their jurisdiction is two totally different things, man. I know this to be a
And
fact.
peace, peace. And
Peace.
I hear you, brother. And I want to say this to add to your point. It might sound like I'm going against you a little bit, but I think it's certain things we might agree on. I got family, and I said this more than once. Through Ancestry.com, I found out that I had Filipino ancestry, and I went to go visit my family in the Philippines, and I got to say this, man. Not just the Philippines, also Dominican Republic, different countries in Latin America where I own real estate. If you take your US dollar to a lot of these different countries, you will instantly increase your standard of living. You live like royalty. So, to the US citizens, to the black Americans that say that America is not the greatest country, I don't even argue with them. I just salute them and encourage them. All right, well, look, take this US dollar and go to foreign countries and buy real estate and just live like royalty, man. Really.
But then when you tell them that, could this be the problem? I ask people this too when they argue the point and this, that, and the third, especially if I know you got a little bit of money, right? There's nothing for you to get up and, like I said, do the footwork, right? Give these people back they shit and go somewhere else that you deem to be better.
Hold on,
A
hold on.
lot
When
of
you say
niggas
get
ain't doing that.
well, hold on. When you say get these people back, they shit. Uh, what are you referring to?
Everything that make you a citizen, like when we talking about America, because the thing that
Hold on,
make you
but why would a
American is
black
their
American?
citizenship.
Let me ask you though. Why would a black American have to give up his U.S. citizenship when it's literally our birthright? It's something that we fought and died for.
I
Our ancestors.
absolutely, I agree
My
with
bad,
you on
bro.
that.
I
No,
apologize for cutting you, but
no,
I
I
want to say
cut
this
you
one
off.
thing.
Go
Just
ahead.
listen.
No, I cut
Our
you off. Go
ancestors.
ahead. I agree with you on that
It's all
point, though.
good, King. Our ancestors literally founded the United States, so this is our shit. But I'm definitely in support of dual citizenship and multi-citizenship. So just because, just for clarity, if a Black American moves to a foreign nation and buys real estate and starts businesses in that foreign nation and eventually gets citizenship in that foreign nation, for the most part, they don't have to renounce their U.S. citizenship. So
No,
I
they
mean,
don't
I
have
just want to say
to,
that to be
but
clear.
for the people that I talk to people that have this stern hate, like real hate for this shit. You feel me? Over here that we call America, right? And if you don't want to be attached to it, you don't have to be,
But
right?
brother, and I know I'm cutting you off, but you gotta at least understand the trauma that our people have went through. I can understand, even though I don't agree, I can understand a black American saying, man, fuck the US. I don't agree with it. But if you look at the history of what the US government has done to our people, I can understand the natural
If,
response being, all right, well, fuck them. I can
yeah, I
understand
mean,
that.
if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're being fucked over the entire relationship, and you come to the conclusion, you know what? Fuck them. What do? You leave them.
You alter
No,
the
no, I'm not
relationship.
disagreeing
That's what
with.
I'm saying. I could see that too. I could see. I think black people need to find find someone else to have certain relationships with, and they can still utilize that relationship with America where it benefits them, like making the money here and spending it elsewhere.
You-
You know what I'm saying? But living somewhere else, like I could see that. I don't have to abandon the whole identity as being American.
Okay, don't go live somewhere else. Go be somewhere else where you
Yeah,
think you will
No, no,
get
I
dual
agree. The
citizenship
only
and
part I just
it's
want to
gonna be
make clear,
better for you.
the only part I want to make clear is that Black Americans don't got to give up nothing. And I know that when you said this, because I don't want to get caught on semantics, you might have just been using this rhetorically. But when you said give them people back what's theirs, no, with all due respect, brother, everything that we have in the U.S. is ours. We
No, I
fought for it. We
understand that,
died
right?
for it.
But I'm see this is my issue, right? With black people. I don't suggest you give up anything and go anywhere, right? For real, or my opinion, right? At the end of the day, right? What I think black people need to do is stop fucking crying about shit, right? And educate themselves at the end of the day, right? Because when you educate yourself and you do the necessary things that you need to do for yourself, a lot of the shit people cry about, it will no longer be an issue. I
No,
know
no,
this
no.
to be a
That's a
fact.
great point. That's a great point you're making. But the only thing I want to push back on is, and I say this respectfully. Let me tell you why it's imperative that Black Americans do travel to other nations again and saludo, and get citizenship in foreign nations and buy real estate and start businesses in foreign
So
nations.
I agree with you on that.
But at least let me articulate it for the listeners
Go ahead.
though. It's called geopolitics, and I know that you're familiar with this term. Just as foreigners have come to the U.S. and got government jobs within the U.S. and they are able to advocate for policies that benefit not only their people that live in the U.S. They are advocating for policies that benefit the countries that they ran away from. We as Black Americans, we gotta move to Dominican Republic. We gotta move to China. We gotta move to Mexico. Shit, Ghana, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and get government jobs, get citizenship, and advocate for policies that benefit our ethnicity.
I
So
wasn't. Oh yeah, no, I
go.
wasn't
No, it's all right,
speaking.
brother, because we cutting each other off. So go ahead, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah, no,
read
I
up.
wasn't speaking rhetorically neither when I said give them people back they shit, right?
uh,
And the reason why I said that is predicated on what you
what's
have
good,
been
girl?
saying
Already.
about this being our shit, right?
Then I got
But
in the game on my car
understunderstanding.
today, and I had a lot.
I
I
have
was
a
saying,
I have an
Well, you gotta mute
understanding
up,
of
brother. My bad. Go ahead.
yeah, I have an understanding of contract law, right? And under the contracts that you have being born and not correcting your status and things of that nature, right? You obtain their shit. You absolutely have their shit. What you need to
Like
do
what
is
though?
give
No,
them their
I'm not
shit back.
disagreeing with you,
Yeah,
but
you
when
gotta
you
give
say
them their
they
shit
shit,
back.
yeah.
Because you deal when I say their shit, I mean their contracts. You have their contracts. You're in contract
Like,
with them. So you
okay,
have to
I
give
agree
them
with
their
that. I'm happy
right.
on that. Even if you,
Right.
but that's whether you renounce your U.S. citizenship or not. I'm a strong advocate of alleviating all your debt, not engaging in contracts that you don't have to. So I'm in complete agreement with you on that.
Yeah, so I correct myself, bro. I'm 46 years old, right? I don't know if you're familiar, but I'm from North New Jersey, right? I'm absolutely from the projects, right? At the end of the day, today, right? I'm on an acre of land, right, and a $450,000 house, right? I have well over $10 million in cash and quadruple that in assets, brother at the end of the day, right? Because I educated myself the proper way, right? And I was out on the streets. I had federal beefs and everything, my nigga. I applied all the shit that I knew in the streets when I went to motherfucking school and understand that business was business regardless of what side of the gate it was on, right? Then I understood about correcting my status, right, of who I am at the end of the day. And it allowed me to achieve the shit that I achieved today, right? That's why I try to give other people a motherfucking light into shit. This is why I try to help other people that look like me. This is why I try to start business with people that look like me, right? All the shit you saying, international business, all that. We need that, right? People don't know nothing about all that shit. When we even look at other places, people not looking at stuff like that. Niggas is looking at the fantasy, right? Because that's what sells to people.
And brother, I agree with you for the most part of what you said. But allow me to ask you this: have you been outside of the U.S.?
Absolutely, I've lived outside the U.S.
And if you don't mind me asking, where did you live at, and what other countries did you go to?
I went to Ethiopia because my family is from Ethiopia on my father's side. I lived out there with my Oromo Baroa brothers tribe for about 9 months. I stayed at in Iska, a hotel, probably about the same amount of time. I was out the country for almost 2 years on that particular trip type shit. So I've been several different places long
Much
time.
respect. Yeah. And your mother's side, are they Black American?
Yeah, Black and Taino.
Oh, so you Puerto Rican too, or Black American,
Puerto
or
Rico is a
Black?
place.
Well, I live in Puerto Rico. I know that, but I'm
Yeah,
asking,
but that's a
are you
place.
a Puerto? Well, just so I'm clear, and I appreciate you saying
My
Taino.
my
Yeah,
yeah,
but
my
are you?
mother my
Go ahead.
mother's father is black and her mother is Taino. My
When
father
you,
is black and
so you
his
have,
people come
so just
from
so I'm clear, you have ancestry you have ancestors that were enslaved in the U.S., right?
yeah,
Okay, so you know exactly what I'm saying. Just like you have Ethiopian family and you have Puerto Rican family that have moved to the U.S., and I'm not talking about your individual family members. I'm just talking about your ethnicities right now. They have come to the U.S. and they have put politicians that are of their ethnicity in place. Matter of fact, y'all even got an Ethiopian congressman down there in Texas. I think his last name is Nagus.
mm-hmm.
Uh, you got Puerto Ricans in Congress, literally. Don't you understand that? And I'm not saying that. When I say this, I'm not preaching. Black Americans need to do the same thing. Just like there are Puerto Ricans in Congress in the U.S., we need African Americans or descendants of U.S. chattel slaves, ADOS, FBAs, that are politicians in Puerto Rico. Just like we got Ethiopians that are politicians in the U.S., we need Black American politicians in Ethiopia advocating for policies in Ethiopia that benefit Black Americans. So that's
Yeah,
the only point I'm
absolutely.
making.
But that's gonna be harder, right, than it would
Well, if
be
it's
for
harder
a
now, we
person
got
to
to
do
do it, brother.
here.
We got to
No,
do it.
yeah, absolutely. But the reason why it's easily done here is because the US as a corporation itself is a trade port.
No, I'm not
Right.
disagreeing with any of
So
that, but also there are trade ports in Ethiopia. There are also trade ports in Puerto
no,
Rico.
there
There are
there's
also trade ports in
designated
Dominican
trade
Republic.
ports, but the entire country itself isn't a trade port.
Well, let me give
In
you
the
an example
United
of what I'm
States,
talking
the
about.
entire country is a trade port that's
Well,
owned by
no, I
different
don't want to get
countries.
lost on that tangent. The point I'm making is this, and I'll give you an example, especially since you are of Taino descent. Like I said, I live in Puerto Rico. There are neighborhoods in Puerto Rico where the majority of the people are actually U.S. Americans. Meaning, when you go to these neighborhoods in Puerto Rico, you'll hear more
Absolutely,
English being spoken than Spanish. I'm gonna shout some of the neighborhoods out.
absolutely.
Matter of fact, you got Ocean Park, you got Condado, and you got shit. What's the other one? It's Isla Verde. When you go to
And
these
Tata
places,
Cree,
say it again.
Tata Cree.
And then you got El Dorado. I can keep listing more. So
Taz
that's
in the
my
building,
point.
man. Shout out to the GOAT, man.
Peace,
Appreciate your
peace.
Oh,
presence,
big up,
God.
big up, big up, big up. And I'll say this in closing because I want to let Chaz jump in. Taz, pardon me. I want to let Taz jump in. The point I'm
Mhm.
making is this. Just as these immigrants, when they came to the U.S. initially, their communities were smaller and smaller, and eventually they got bigger and bigger, and they had enough people to elect their own elected officials from their own ethnicity. We as Black Americans need to do the same thing in foreign nations. And just
What
so it's
up,
no
though?
dead air. All right, go ahead.
Already, man. Congratulations on your V. I seen you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to watch the whole thing because I had a debate at the Titans debate league and stuff. But yeah, man, tell us about the debate, man. What? Because the brother wanted clarity on what y'all was arguing as far as great and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
arguing basically the greatest country or best country on earth or whatever. Um, and he was the affirmative. So you know what I'm saying. I mean, for me, it's a debate. You know what I'm saying. I was kind of watching the chat here and there because you just can't pay too much attention to what the chat's saying. And there was a lot of niggas, but I mean, that they typically don't even like America. They don't like, you know what I'm saying, speaking positive of America, but yesterday when I was saying that America's not the greatest country, you started to see, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these motherfuckers who talk that anti-American shit, they, well, which country better? You know what I'm saying, and whatnot. And for me, that wasn't the argument. That's not what I centered my argument around. I didn't center my argument around one country being better. I just simply centered it around America not being the best for a plethora of reasons. You got the most gun violence. You got high mortality rates with women giving birth. You got low life expectancy rates. You got this warmongering society we live in. You got a president that's unpredictable right now. So all of these things combined, yeah, fam, I would argue with just the current climate we're in, no, America's not great, which is why they want to make it great again. You know what I'm saying? So that was the crux of my argument. And you know, that was his first debate. And so, yeah, bro, for his first debate, I thought that he would need me to take it light on him, but he just got a few technical things he need to learn. He won't be no easy out, to put it like that, because I don't know if that was Chat GPT giving his argumentation, but his points was like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, I can argue against that, but it's a pretty good point for a rookie, for someone who don't debate. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's learning argumentation and shit like that. But yeah, I think he did good for his first time hopping in there. I think he did good.
Yeah, like I said, I caught y'all opening, and I caught some of the premise round. And yeah, a structured Marley is dangerous, bro. Like I know he sit on
Yeah,
them panels, and you know he gets a little emotional and he laughs a lot, but somebody sat his ass down, and he said, I mean, somehow he came to the conclusion of not to be like that. But that was the jiggy little structure he had, man. Speaking
yeah,
very
he was
clear and having his
almost ready.
points.
For
Mm.
somebody that's never done it, like I said, he was almost ready. I gotta give it to him, because you know what I'm saying, I've been debating for years, and I kind of just fell into creating the slideshows and whatnot to go along with the debate presentation. But just for it to
Mhm.
be your first time ever doing any of it, yeah, I can't take nothing away from it. Like I say, it's just that one little moment, I think, where he just went quiet. You can't just go, you know, crickets quiet. And so I'm saying that's about it. But
I
other than
gotta
that,
watch
yeah.
it.
I
You
missed that one.
showed
Yeah.
alternative places, or you just showed like places reasons why you say it's not the best? Because I heard you just say that America got the highest gun violence rate, but that isn't true, right? It'll be true amongst countries that have wealth, right? But as a whole generalized statement, I mean, South America, Mexico, Venezuela, a whole bunch of other countries got higher gun violence than America and whatnot. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I ain't poking shots at what you're saying. I'm just, I
No, you
mean,
you fine,
no.
bro. You fine, bro. Because what you're saying has some legitimacy to it. That's why if I was in a debate saying it, I would have said industrialized nations. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where
All
we
right,
talk
so.
about universal health care and all that type of shit. We rank the
All right,
United
so yeah,
States
that's what I
among.
be saying. Like these debate topics, I mean, the title of it, like you gotta like get that shit down, because you know what I mean. Try not to leave people a lot of room to be moving around and shit.
Yeah, I mean that's
Right.
That's
what I
why I
say.
was asking.
This was his first debate, so I wasn't playing no games with him or nothing like that. I knew what
Oh,
he wanted to
I,
debate, so I didn't want to do no pop out on him and, you know what I'm saying, make it more difficult. I just came straight down the middle with him because I know this was his first one.
oh, yeah, that's peace. That's peace. That's peace. I mean, as a veteran to the situation, yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, I ain't throwing no curveballs or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's
Right,
technically what we're supposed to be doing in these debates, try to jam a nigga up. But like I said, I kind of knew he was going to be nervous. And then when I saw in his presentation that he was kind of nervous, like, okay, yeah, I ain't got to press him too hard. You know what I'm saying? He's going to lose
right.
based on technicalities. Like, it's a bunch of
And
technical
who
shit.
chose the topic?
He chose all of it. He chose the topic, everything, affirmative, all
Mm.
that. I let him choose everything. Like I said, again, I know this was his first one. So you know
Yeah,
what
the
I'm saying?
best
I want
knowledge is experience. So you kind of just walk them through it and shit. That's what's up. A lot of people should have that. I mean, wave pattern when it comes to things like that, because I don't really want to discourage people. I mean, from doing things. I mean, and how things stand today in 2025. A lot of people are easily discouraged. I mean, so that's a commendable thing you did.
yeah, I want him to continue debating and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It ain't about nigga. I told you you can't debate, dumbass. Nigga, get your dumbass out of
Right,
here. That
right,
ain't. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
ain't the
right.
niggas gonna
energy.
take the Lance route, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, if it's a bet, yeah, I might say anything to you, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Nah,
no, that was hard
overall
though,
he
bro.
did good. The one thing I feel like in the rapid fire round,
Sorry, excuse.
see, when he uh when he was going back and forth with Taz
I just
intentionally
got
didn't really
Travis.
put that pressure on him. But let's say if he was debating like maybe a Damo or somebody with more energy, I think Marley got to learn how to turn it up in that rapid fire round. But other than that, other than the silence, I think overall he did good.
Yeah, all you
yeah,
gotta do is revisit the film. Know what I mean? Like if you want to continue doing it, you feel me? See where he could have did better. I mean, shit like that. He ain't make no mistake. I ain't see it, but I'm gonna say he ain't make no mistakes. His first time. You feel me? He could just look at the footage. Know what I mean? Taz
And
probably
one
could give
thing,
him some point outs. Know what I mean? Tell him, know what I
yeah,
mean? Like you see right here, this way you could have like, know what I mean, a
because
little
when
more
he was reading,
energy, better
it was like
done.
real robotic. Like if he was instead of even he could present the same information, but just as if he's speaking instead of just reading it off the screen.
Right,
But
right, right.
yeah, no, he did. I would say he did good. I would say he did good.
Yeah, that's what's up.
that's all levels though. Once you get comfortable, I think you can start speaking freely about shit. But I think just hey, it's on you. Presentation, go. You know what I'm saying? That first time is like, wait, what?
Right.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, and then
Yeah,
I
that
swear,
first
what
time.
I'm telling you, dog, once they say it's on you, man, it's like the walls close in. Like you really gotta focus, bro. You really gotta be an athlete. Go ahead, guy. You go first. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely got a future ahead if he want to keep debating. It's just, I'm saying, I give him two more before he like, wow, okay, Marley. Because I give him two more. Because he's doing pretty good. Just like I say, even hanging around. I could have did a lot more in terms of how I actually debate. I literally had no energy, bro.
Now, let me ask you this: how was his methodology of sourcing information? Like, was
Yeah,
that good to you?
on point,
Uh,
100. I'm saying to the point where, like I said, if I'm handing out scores on that, that's where he gets the 10 at. It's the presenting it, where he ran into problems at. But if I'm debating, let's say I'm debating that against a veteran, which I wouldn't because of that. He had
right,
the better argumentation on his side. So he made the most of it.
right,
I'm just being real. He made the most of it. And I think that's probably why some of the chat felt like he won that debate. But if you're not presenting it in a way that's flowing, you shouldn't win. And so that was kind of my issue with people who picked him as the winner. It's like, wait, fam, he was struggling to get through his information. And that at least has to be, okay, we got you next time. Make sure you get it right. But this time, that wasn't it. I like your argument, but it's got to flow better. They didn't knock him for that. So it's like, what y'all watching, fam? You know what I'm saying?
right. No,
Like,
I
what, 3
definitely
minutes? Y'all
I understand what you're saying because I was just speaking to the tune of that same thing. Talking about Suave and King Naga debate. I mean, that shit was smooth as hell. Like, you feel me? Like, and debates typically it be like shit be fucking up like that. They debate was really smooth. Like I mean, nobody get caught up on information. None of that. They was functional. You was able to hear. I mean, they was articulating what they was talking about. I mean, it was good. Like I mean, yeah. So I know the importance of having a smooth debate. Like you feel me? So I definitely get what you're saying. But if there's a point system, points definitely should be taken off for, I mean, not being able to, I mean, but like you said, at the same time, it's his first time. So, niggas
Yeah.
gave him a gun and kicked him in the trenches. Oh, get out there.
Yeah, nah. Okay. Naga conceded 30 seconds in his 3 minute opener, and A1 came in like, "You sure?" He's like, "Nah." Who? Okay, bro. He like, "Nah, I'll go ahead and finish it." I said, "Man, A1 don't do that, bro." hey, hey, once he
Yeah,
conceded that time, man, your job was to say round.
yeah.
That's
Word.
it.
You gotta be impartial to shit.
Yeah, bro.
Only thing you gotta be ally with is the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
well,
it was
because yeah, I get what you're saying though, because the "are you sure" makes a motherfucker rethinking. Like, wait, no, no, I'm not sure. So now I get what you're saying, but I think
Right.
because he's not a judge, right? He's just a host, right? He like
yeah,
Vince
he just a
McMahon, right?
host. He like, "You sure? You got 30 seconds left. You want to concede it?" And he's like, "Man, I go ahead." I said, "Oh, hell no."
You know, I get
Yeah, I
because in
don't
your
see nothing
mind
wrong.
you could be thinking like, oh, maybe I ain't do enough. Like he's saying this to me because I need to present some more shit or something. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see
Or the
nothing
fact
wrong
that the
with it. But
judges,
I definitely see what you're saying because it gives it alarms him that wait, I'm fucking up. So, but I don't see nothing wrong with it though because if you don't ask, he might can say, well, no, I didn't know I didn't know I was gonna lose points if I didn't finish my time. I didn't know I
nah,
had to
that's
do
in
the
the
30.
rules. Everybody got sent the rules.
Oh, that's in the
Yeah.
rules. If you don't stretch out your whole shit, then you get points
Conceding
taken away.
time, yeah, conceding time is a
Oh
you know,
shit, that's what's
don't look
up. I
good.
didn't know that. That's a good rule. They can learn how to fill your round.
Yeah, it's only a 3 minute round.
Yeah, I like that rule.
Yeah, conceding time in a 3 minute round is crazy work. That's
Crazy,
crazy.
bro.
3 minutes.
I
You can't
said, hell
freestyle.
nah.
You can't freestyle for 3 minutes, bro. About the topic.
Yeah, no. So that was my thing. But what's going on, God? All right now. But other than that, yeah, he was diggy, but
I didn't even hear that.
we did drive past each other. Well, he drove past me on the actual premise, on my premise, because the topic was just being black, just being American conflict with being black. And you leave it up there, put it behind the counter, yeah. And my argument was that being a black American, I have to choose whether I'm American or black at certain times. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a conflict there. And on top of that, the obvious
Hey,
conflict that
bro, if I
yeah.
was you and I would have argued if I was debating somebody and that would have been the
I gotta get
topic
your
of
bread.
debate, I swear to goodness, I would have went straight to the color of law. My whole 3 rounds would have been a law sermon. You can't no better prove that no type of way than using the color of law. When I heard that topic, that's the first thing that came to my head. That's what I would have went with. Me personally, that's what I would have went with. I would have went with the color of law. That whole rundown, right? I would consider. Now, I mean, that's why I said it's important to correct your status, man. I would say that whole rundown speaks highly about being, I mean, the struggles of you trying to be black and being American. Like, the fuck? It is laws that's made up just for your goofy ass.
Yeah, no, I mean that was his argument, but the one I did take him just saying, yeah, like America has a conflict with black people got a conflict with America, like they owe us reparations, like that conversation is there, and we need to do something about that. We just can't move on from that. But as an American, I can feel that, like, right? Like as an American, you say, man, I don't want to, lose trillions of dollars and crash the
It
economy
ain't,
trying to pay back reparations for something that happened 300 years ago. But as a black person, I'm like, yeah, that's all I want to do. Don't care what
you
to do to your economy, but y'all
you
owe
could
us.
get you could get something right, and I personally, right, I don't like to look at other people's shit, but I look at good examples,
Uh,
right? And when we seen the Chinese, when we seen the Irish, all I'm gonna keep saying this. When they got their reparations, they created a league. They got a court behind them, and then they went to the countries that they motherfucking are from and got backed, and that's how they got their reparations. We have to do the same thing. We're still running around here calling ourselves black. That's
Yeah,
that
and
falls
that's
under
the
the
part of the
color law.
conflict.
Crazy,
It don't exist.
bro.
They can't give a black person nothing. You're dead.
That's not how reparations was achieved by no other group. You don't know what you're talking about.
What?
That's not. For example, Japanese
Limited.
Americans did not leave the
Oh,
country,
no,
or
50
any of
cent
them.
water.
I,
One, two,
I
three,
It
didn't
four.
was
say
the
leave. I didn't say leave. I said created a league.
uh, what do you mean by a league, though? Because
The Japanese
committee,
League, the Asian League of America, nigga, the Irish League of
no,
America. They created a group in America and got
Need
backed
25
by
cents.
their country, right? And that's how they got their reparations. That's why
see,
the
they got
shit going on with Sierra Leone and all that shit now, where motherfuckers talk about it's been going on for like a year and a half now, where they
Ain't no
saying
God.
Africa's trying to
Because,
steal African Americans reparations.
okay.
You have to actually go and do the research and see how first that can even be done, right? Then see if that's what they're doing at the
And
end of
that
the day.
and
You
that's what I'm saying. Like that, those are solutions to the conflict that I'm saying is present. Like, yeah, like however we can argue about how to get there, but one thing we all agree on is that there's a conversation that need to be had, you know?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I just think that is what we're going through, I ain't even gonna say for the most part, but a lot of shit that we going through, we're going through it because our lack of information on the shit that we're going through outside of our emotions or how we feel about physically going through them, right? We don't know the technicalities of this. Everything is a contract in America. That's I'm gonna say it again. That's why I said give them people back their shit. And what I mean by that is the ongoing contract that you're under right now. You need to sit down and establish a new contract, right? Correcting who you are at the end of the day. And a lot of shit that's going on. You feel me? Like I'm going through shit. I go through shit regardless of the position that I'm in life. But a lot of shit that people argue, I could relate 20 years ago when I was going through that shit. You feel me? Now that I could did what I needed to do for myself, I don't go through none of that shit.
Mm. And Naga's position was, I guess the way he took the title, does being American conflict with being black? He said, how when we're black Americans? You know what I'm saying? It's like that's it. Like we have right to being American. We have rights to being here. Like our history doesn't start with slavery here and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't solve the conflict that's there. So he tried to make it a very simplistic debate where it was just simply, are you a black American? Yeah. Well, debate is over. There's no conflict. And I was just like, whoa, whoa. But yeah, he stood on his square. He stood on his square all the rounds.
Yeah, because he had
I'm
hella information.
Yeah, too much. I'm useless and non sequitur. But I'm looking to see what the
That's
judges do with it.
objective.
Yeah, I'd love to see what the judges do with that. You know what I'm saying? Just to test out, just to get the measuring stick for what's going on. But yeah, he didn't really, well, I can't, he didn't address my premise in the fact that he just dismissed it as, I'm not talking about what he's talking about. I'm talking about this. And I was like, well, I'm an affirmative, and I think you need to be talking about this. And then his rebuttal round, he didn't even rebut. He just kept going with his premise. I'm like, bro, come on, fam. And I was messed up because they said you got two 12-minute rounds. I thought we had two 12-minute premise rounds. So once we hit the panel and he played the rules and it
wait,
was
that's
like
not
your
wait,
second
wait,
round.
wait.
N-
It's not two
Yeah,
12-minute purpose rounds.
nope, bro. Your second round is your rebuttal. So he just titled it two 12-minute rounds. But the first 12 minutes is your premise, the second is your rebuttal. But he did say you could mix it up. It don't have to be like a full rebuttal round. Like you could premise it out and rebut and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to see what that looked like. But yeah, he didn't even rebut. He just kept going with his information. So that's what fooled me. So when we did hit the panel, when I saw it, I was like, oh, the second 12-minute round is the premise. I'm sitting up here with 25 minutes worth of premise round that I got it now, get off in 12 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But it still went good. Like I just had to fly through it, which I like that speed. I like that rapid fire punch, jab. And now you got to deal with all of this, which I knew he wasn't gonna be able to.
Yeah, because that was my understanding was that the second was you can either rebuttal or you can continue presenting, and so
Yeah.
that's what I was going to do Saturday. In my debate actually was the first round, the first 12 minutes, present what I'm presenting as uh, the black what was the Black Messiah movement in the 1920s, and then second, I was going to use to still do some more of my premise, but I was going to mix in a rebuttal into that second premise. So I thought that's what it was. But I thought you could just take that whole time. But I guess if you don't rebut at all, then you lose your rebuttal time. So I guess that's what you're saying, right? That is your only rebuttal time.
Yeah, yeah. But he rebutted in his open. He came out like, I just want to say, and then he rebutted 5 star. Thank y'all. And then he rebutted in his premise. He like, I got 3 points to rebut. So I'm looking to see, is that okay? My man, appreciate you. All right, brother. Take care. Thank you. Yeah, so that's I just need to see how that cookie crumbles in the eyes of the judges. Because to me, yeah, conceded in that opening, loss of points. He cursed like 3 times, loss of points. He rebutted in his open, loss of points. He rebutted in his premise, loss of points. And I killed him in the back and forth. He didn't take it. He didn't his question around didn't do what it was supposed to do. Like, but I think he saw that because it just my premise was it wasn't in contrary to his. Like his premise could fit within my premise. Yes, we are Black Americans. And he thought that was a dagger. Like he admitted we Black Americans. And I'm like, what did you think I was coming up here to say? I'm not American, I'm Black. Like, nah, bro. The fact that I'm Black and American, I'm a person of this certain race in this certain nation. The way this nation treated this race presents a conflict. And he had to dance around that, but he couldn't. He couldn't.
I don't know. I don't know how he wasn't ready for that understanding though. That's to me. That's that person who ain't they ain't too locked in on the topic because you gotta take all the possibilities of the argument that's coming. Like you don't even know what the argument is all the time, so you damn near gotta prepare for every possible version of that argument. And it just sounds like he didn't. Because to me, that's the first.
Yeah.
It didn't register to me as questionable or nothing like that. I get exactly what's being said, and I mean, I could see you hurrying up and taking that debate like soon as the nigga said, because it's like, yeah, bet, bro, you don't hear what you saying, like you
I swear I
obviously
did.
don't get it, like.
I, I I went back and found the panel that we in the face off, and I swear that's how it came up. I said, so does being American conflict with being Black? He was like, nah. I was like, wait, what? And he said something. I said, yeah, I'm cool with that being the title. He
Hell
said,
yeah, that's because
let's
look,
lock it
you might
in.
you might catch me up in argument mode, just arguing that for the hell of it, but we ain't locking that in as no title, fam. Like hell no. That's a gimme right there. How is it not in conflict? Nigga, all you gotta do is show Mary Turner, a couple slaves, the history of Jim Crow, conversation over. Like, what the fuck we doing, bro?
Yeah, dog, it
Damn.
was ugly. It was ugly. But I caught him because he was in his um I don't want to say indigenous or his FBA romanticism bag. You know what I'm saying? He was like like he feels that people aren't educated on our actual history in America. What's wrong? Joe was telling me that he didn't get paid for the days that he worked here. I'll take a look at it and see. But all right, I got you. But yeah, like he was looking at that underrepresentation of Black people in the conception of America as like a talk, like the point of the debate. And I'm like, yeah, nah, bro. I'm like he showed conflict the whole time, and then he like, look, we fought in this war. These people joined the north. These people joined the south. I said, yeah, bro, that's my point. Like, what are we doing, bro? But yeah, that's why I'm waiting to see like had that conversation with him and his team because he do got a team. He might have got caught in that echo chamber. People just, yeah, man, all you got to do is show how we Americans and blacks, because that was like his point. Like, black is unique to America. You wouldn't even be black if it wasn't for you being in America. And I'm like, wait, what? It's black people growing. And then it was like, he just kept going with that tree. That's what he was doing. So us being American and black, yeah, yeah, but
Well, see,
yeah,
that's what
watch
I
that
kind of
debate,
see
man.
with that. Because I debate that Zion War Child nigga. And I kind of see the same thing about to happen where even though he named the debate, he does not even understand what he's walking into, bro. It's gonna be the same way, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro, he literally crashed out on me the other day for giving him the first part of my presentation. We didn't even get past my understanding of Garvey in the 1920s and the church and Selassie. We didn't get past none of that. He crashed out, bro. So we're gonna see Saturday, but I don't think he understands the levels of argumentation that that we used to debating at. You can't come in with no surface level shit and think you're gonna do a victory lap with that little shit, bro. Are you crazy? So yeah, I can't wait, bro.
Yeah, he had said it too. He was like, "Man, I got to put some respect on Taz's name. I didn't know who he was, man. I went and looked him up, and I was like, yeah, I love seeing niggas do that dance with Taz when they don't know who you are, and then they do that little Google search, and then they come back and don't even really want to debate. But he's all gas though. Like it's not deterring him at all. I'm like, yeah, but he definitely was living in his own world. And then it was like, oh shit, there's an outside. Yeah, bro. But shout out to him, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, we
When
gonna
is
see
that? When is that day? Y'all like a week?
Saturday,
Okay.
Saturday evening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday evening. So I got to get to working on that because I hadn't even fucked with that this week for real. I had only been working on the one with Marley. So I got to actually get started on that this week. I ain't even really took a look at none of the info. Now, we ain't changing premises. So, what I'm saying? I definitely got to try to figure out what his premise going to be.
Yeah. Hey, he finna change what the Black Messiah movement in the 1920s is. You know, he gonna call that shit man. I don't know, bro. He gonna try to put the Black Panthers in the 20s. He gonna try to put I don't know, just from hearing y'all back and forth when he was like when y'all did y'all face off, I was like, yeah, I don't know if he or I ain't getting it. You know what I'm saying? But I think I get it. I think I get it. Like
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
being
me.
specific, bro.
You know me, so if you're talking about something from the 1920s, yeah, Taz is going to wrap that shit up in some Garvey shit, in some black shit, in some black history shit. And so
Mhm.
I get the argument he's trying to make, but it's gonna fall short on that clock. You know what I'm saying? That should sound good off the clock. But on the clock, you're gonna have a hard time tying the understanding of a black messiah through the lens of J. Edgar Hoover, nigga. You have a hard time doing that. I just don't know if he understands that his argument is centered around the symbolic black messiah, which is a paradigm created through J. Edgar Hoover's lens. Yeah, good luck, fam. Good luck, bro.
Yeah, he gonna crash out. He gonna crash out. He- yeah, but we'll see. Like I said, I ain't watching none of his debates. Did you go check them out?
I watched one of them, bro. I'm not impressed. Just leave it at that,
Okay.
Structurally, I think he can debate, but it's kind of like the opposite of what we see when a person can do the information but not present. He can present, but his information was a little rocky. It's one of those that, so I think you make bad points, so somebody can easily come in and cut them up, even if you have the correct point. You're not good at laying out your points. And so I see as we get to that date, but he said he wanted to be a trial lawyer and shit like that. So, maybe his argumentation is different on the clock. But we'll see.
Okay. Yes, sir. I ain't even watch dude shit. Naga and dude the red try to get him like, you ain't even watching none of his debates? I'm like, nah, shit, because the slapbacks we had on the panel didn't motivate me to. And I'm like, oh yeah, man. He dead right
We see,
here.
I saw enough.
Yeah, right. Let's get it. Line that shit up, bro. Let's eat. Let's eat.
Yeah,
So yeah, man. That one definitely just went I like yeah, that one went different. So I feel a little more comfortable now. We back. We definitely
Judah,
back.
I would say Marley's issue was the stage fright, deer in the headlights. Like I say, once them lights come on, I don't care if you practice that shit a million times, nigga. It's your first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you reading, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, some of this is it sounds good. You read it at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, you read it at the crib when people be watching. Like, all of that shit sounds great. When that motherfucking clock punch, nigga, you got to be ready to
Yeah.
read that shit in front of people, and you just happen to glance at the chat and lose your place. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying?
Boy,
Little
I
shit
stay
like
so
that.
far away from that chat, boy. I don't even have the chat up. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I do not even have the chat up. So plus I
I
knew
did
like this.
yesterday during my opening, bro. I had to chat up. I'm stumbling and shit. I closed that shit out quick as hell, bro. I stumbled twice during my opening because I'm looking at the chat. And I'm like, damn, bro, I did not do this. It's not gonna work. Let me close it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm reading the chat, and sometimes if you read the chat, you fuck around and say a word that's in the chat. You know
That's in
what
the
I'm saying?
chat, yeah. Hell no,
I
dog.
know better. Nigga.
That's a
Definitely
fact.
that shit up.
And then it's like the Titans debate league. What I'm seeing is that like they all know each other from I guess Paradigm Shift or another platform. So it's like he has a fan base. So they gonna be in that chat like, man, fuck Swag, get him out of here. I don't give a fuck what he talking about. So I already knew not to be in that chat, But I know my strong point is gonna be with the judges because they actually gotta put their biases to the side and see who performed better and, have more control of their information.
Yeah, because
And it
that's
was an
that
easy
that
one.
works against Marley. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's that control of your information is a very important point. And so even if you are reading fresh off the screen, I think once he get a little more seasoned, he would know to just pick up until you can find a place again. You know what I'm saying? That some of that is just knowing when to freestyle. Cause bro, that nigga sat. I don't know if you seen that part, Chad. That nigga sat there like at least 3 minutes, but not just 3 minutes in totality. It was like a minute and a half silence, 30 seconds silence, 45 seconds of silence. I'm like, bro, you can't do that. Even if you say something off topic, nigga, say something. That nigga was looking for his spot. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's just not knowing, that you gotta be talking though, fam. We can't just sit here and watch you. Like I'm looking at the chat, niggas in the chat, like, is my screen frozen? Like, bro, he wasn't moving. He wasn't talking. Only thing you can see is his eyes looking. His eyes was moving. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't see his hand, but you can see his eyes moving. And he's scanning, looking for the spot, bro. It's like, nah, Marty, you can't do that, bro.
I know he know that. I know he laughing at that shit like, damn, I completely shut down. But then, yeah, once you lose your spot, looking for that, it's like the words start dancing. You questioning your intelligence and shit. Like, am I reading this shit right? Yeah,
See,
bro.
that's why you two gotta, like, as the people that's judging from the chat, you gotta hold that against him though. You can't like because if you want him to become better, he has to see where and why he fucked up. You know what I'm saying? To
Mm-hmm.
me, giving him 47% of that vote does not tell him, hey, bro, you cannot sit there in silence
Oh, he
like that.
won 47% of the people vote?
Yeah, they gave him
Eee.
47%. And so it's like, look, y'all, I know niggas don't like the argument I was making, but presentation wise, you got a lot to work on. Don't give him the false impression that a lot of what he did was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that was his first debate, and some of those things have to be said. Hey, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. And like I said, it just shouldn't have added up to 47%. But it don't matter to me. I don't really care. But it's one of those things like, okay, y'all judging this based on what? If y'all judging on the curve, I'm cool with that. But at least let him know you judging on the curve too. You know what I'm saying? Don't let a motherfucker think it's cool to just sit up there in silence for a minute and a half during your
Yeah.
like,
And
you
then it
know what I'm saying?
reflects down the line and he don't get it. And
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, that you gotta take an L for that. And that's why in the judging reflected with I think a 5 and a 7. You know what I'm saying? In the judging it reflected as nah, you can't do that. But the chat gotta reflect that too. And you know what I'm saying? By the time we get to the rebuttal round shit, they done forgot he did that shit. You know what I'm saying? They done forgot all about it.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, shout out to the people, man. That'll make him retire. But yeah, I hope he just watch that and be honest with himself. I'm gonna fuck with that dog. I didn't watch it. I rewatched my debate. Well, I fell asleep last night actually. You was whooped too. You said you didn't have no energy for the debate, bro.
Nah, bro. So I had the baby, man. She wouldn't take her nap and shit, bro. It got to like 4. I've been watching football, all that shit. I got up yesterday morning early and watched the Dolphins Redskins game. That shit was in Germany some fucking where. So that came on at 6:30. So I was up at like 5, you know what I'm saying, waiting on that. And you know what I'm saying, getting bets and shit for that. By the time it's time for me to take a nap, I got the grandbaby on my heels. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? And so when I got off the stream, I thought I'd just lay down for a second. You know what I'm saying? I come back and watch Angel sometime today, and I pop on the post debate show. And by the time I woke up, the post debate show was over. That shit was 5.5 hours. I woke up like a half hour late. Woke up like
Damn.
2:30, and that shit had ended at like 2.
Hell no. Okay,
Straight
they
goes
went
off.
in.
Yeah, I had my bro. I was ready to. I had my Mexico poncho right here, bro. I was up to go that motherfucker and start talking cash money Mexico shit to these niggas.
Say the Nero. The Nero on
Look,
their ass. Nigga.
for some reason, they thought I was capping or some shit when I said I was gonna go back soon. But we do talk about that, fam. Like that, like I'd say the main reason I never went back is because like the politics and shit done changed as far as like Trump and being in office now and motherfuckers motherfuckers playing with the border and shit again. But like there was a reason why we went. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, that same reason will be why we go back. You can make your money here and live there. It's better to live there. It's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else all the way down. So while you're saying, yeah, that America got the greatest economy in the world, right? That's why a motherfucker paying $3,700 in rent and shit like that, because that's what it costs to live in this economy. Well, how about you make your money here but live there and see how different shit is as far as saving money?
Until America start dropping that rent, saying, "Okay, y'all can move back." But right now,
Yeah,
it's like they got so much clientele, they could charge whatever they want.
I don't think they understood, bro. I understand, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Like niggas be American as fuck, but like, bro, that's not in conflict with my American position, bro. You got to go down in the sea. You can come back over the border every day. You can come back over here anytime you want to. You have to fucking
Hell
live here,
no.
bro. You'd have to go down there and actually see what I'm talking about. But you do not have to live the United States to have access to the United States. And so when we start talking like that, yes, fam, I would argue it's better. And I'm gonna still argue that because I know I didn't get to get on the post debate show. So niggas gonna have questions. And yes, bro, I'm gonna go put on my Mexican poncho and sit in this motherfucker and say, yeah, nigga, Mexico is better to live in. Don't ask me my opinion. Because that's the mistake he made last night. You know what I'm saying? You can't don't ask like the number one mistake he made is asking me what I thought about where I live. Are you kidding? Yeah, nigga, I moved because this ain't the best country in the world. That's why I moved. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's the real shit. You gotta learn that nah, don't get nobody no layup like that. That's too easy. Well, why did you leave, Taz? Because this ain't the best country in the world.
Shout out to CSB, man. Judge B. Uh, who judged last night? He judged.
Yeah, I think Sirius B and Angel
Oh,
was my
okay.
judge.
Judah said Marley was looking at Q troll the hell out of him from the chat. Yeah, man, you better stay out that chat, dog. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, dog.
Yeah, I think he
He,
glanced at that chat, bro. He damn sure he either lost his place or his slides flipped on him or something. But yeah, he was trying to figure that shit out and got stuck right there on the camera on camera live, deer in the headlights.
dog. He almost did the G con and unplugged his computer. I don't know
Man,
what's going on, man. The internet down or something. Hell nah. Yeah, that was hard, bro. Uh, so, who next? Who next? Y'all didn't even get to see the schedule, the full schedule for the second round out.
yeah, I think he said Fighting and Lance Thursday.
Mm, okay.
I think that's the next
Yeah.
one. Fighting and Lance on Thursday.
I definitely don't got no debate Thursday. I'll be there for that. Fontaine and Land. Yeah, yeah, shout out to him.
Winner get
I'm on my
Rio.
phone. Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, that was
Rio had a bye. He had the bye week.
yeah, Rio had to buy.
Okay. Okay, that's what's up, man. Shout out to
I
Rio.
think Damo and KOT, I think it's Sunday. And
Okay,
so
OT got this.
I get
Complete
the
demo. Okay. That's hard, man. Damn. See, I gotta, I don't know if I can visit that site from right here to get them titles. But I sure love to. Yeah, man, watch that debate, man, and let me know what you think about it, bro. I wanted to get Domo in on it too to watch that mother, see what he thought. But you know,
yeah, I
I
definitely
know.
checked it out. I was locked in yesterday, so I didn't even see it. But I definitely check it out because I like that title for real. I
Hey,
wanted to
hey,
see
hey.
what he was arguing,
In the
but
back.
if he was lacking understanding of the title, then yeah, I thought what I'm saying, I thought it was like a straight up, anti type argument. But if you confused, that don't sound good.
Nope, I don't even think we carried it. I ain't even gonna hold you down. Yeah, I think we hit on that. We got shells and shit, but not no strips. Oh, okay. They like the alternative to croutons. That's what you talking about? Yeah, nah, we hit on that. All we got is croutons. So I said, who that is again? Shout out to Lou in the building. Sorry about that, sir.
Peace, peace. What's good with it, bro?
What's good, Lou? What you see,
Peace, peace,
man?
peace. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, I do, brother.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all been busy around here, man. I was trying to pop in and out, like on some of your debate, back and forth. I ain't really see a lot though, man. But I was trying to catch Taz too, like, you know, he talking that Mexico stuff. I just want to, you know what I'm saying, ask him a few questions about that though. But nah, man. I mean, I see it's a lot going on, man. Like I saw you had a couple of strings with the brothers and everything else. Now they debate style over there is more typical like what we used to see like
Go smoke.
most in the
Oh, you
states.
talking
You know
about
what I
the,
mean?
Joanne? Why you ain't jump on her? I was asking Joanne why she ain't jump on her. Yeah, you definitely had to commit. Uh, going back and forth to both of the debates and shit. I was like, fuck it, because
Yeah,
I was so thirsty when I went to go post the link to go share. I saw it like, oh shit, Taz and Marley going down tonight too.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man, but our debate started like a half an hour late, so I was able to get in there and watch the openings, and then they had like a little 10-minute introduction, and so I went back over there, started listening to some of the premise, but then I had to just go ahead and lock in on mine
Right,
before I
right.
got my ass whooped trying to be a spectator.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna ask you, man, how did it go down? You know what I mean? Like I said, I see like over there, they like the style on how the debates and everything is ran and stuff. It reminds me of the old school conscious community stuff. You know what I mean? I saw some
understood.
of
Let me get this
the, yeah.
link. I'll post this link
The
to
link
the
is in the
actual
it's in there.
debate.
Oh, okay.
To the actual debate from last night. So Sirius can check it out. Let me know what you think, sis. And you can let me know. Okay, yeah, here it is. Copy. But you can't copy respect.
But I did see some of the Taz and Marley debate, man. Theirs was kind of, you know, casual and everything. It was some Marley had some good talking points, but I guess, you know, by being a newbie and all, you know, I mean, he was pretty poised, but you know, like Angel kind of stated, like, you know, you gotta have a little bit of
Well,
fire. You gotta have some fire, bro. Suave must be at work or whatever, man. Yeah, he'll be right back up though. What's good with it, everybody though? Judah, Brandon,
okay, mic check. Can you hear me?
you good? Yeah, I hear you, man.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, clean yard. Trying to share that link. So how did they shit go? How much did you get to watch?
I watched most of it, man. I mean, you know, like I said, it looked like it was pretty casual and stuff. You know, not even the debate and shifted all off into some LeBron versus MJ type of stuff. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, this is different. But you know, I guess Taz, you know what I mean? You know, he didn't really want to press, you know, as much as he could have.
He didn't have to. If
Right.
he would have had to, yeah, that's what I say. Marley got about two more little niggas giving his ass and shit. They just excited to actually see him competing. Where it's like, okay, now we didn't
Yeah.
gave you your rookie points. Now it's time for your ass to start mastering your argument and you know what I'm saying, your presentation.
I thought he handled himself pretty good though. He didn't look too overwhelmed or nothing. You know what I'm saying? He did have points to where there's a lot of dead space. You know what I mean? So I guess that'll come with, you know, the more you start doing it. But
Yeah.
I do think he got some information to offer, and you know, like as he gets more acclimated, he'll be a pretty serious competitor, man. I don't know if he want to, but yeah, yeah, it was a little different though.
Yeah,
But I see it's
nah.
a lot going on. I see it's a lot going on in the debate sector. You know what I mean? Taz got one coming up pretty soon too, though. Another one.
Yeah,
What
this
y'all over there?
Saturday.
Yeah,
At the Titans debate league, Coliseum of arguments. Was the Black Messiah movement of the 1920s beneficial?
yeah. I checked out one of your panels with the brothers over there, man. It seemed like it'd be pretty lit. Like, like
Oh
niggas be,
yeah. Yeah, shout
yes,
out to
sir.
Team Naga, man, holding it down. Shout out to A1, bro. You know, like I
Man,
understand the politics, the debate politics and stuff like that, but like I want to see both them leagues get, like blow up, bro. Like real
so
talk. You know,
is it like a tournament style or or is it like a league style?
the right now it's a tournament
Oh, okay.
type style, but yeah, it's definitely, forming into a league. But yeah, you just got to see A1 vision and whatever, how he landed down. But right now, I know it's a bracket with people on both sides. The winner of each debate get $50, and the winner of the whole tournament get 500. So
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
yes,
Good to
sir. I
see the
forgot all
debate.
about the
Yeah,
money.
good to see
I
the
for-
debate, debating and getting back to where it should be. You know what I mean? Like it kind of went the way.
yeah, bro. That's why I say
Yeah,
motherfuckers got two good debates yesterday. So
yeah,
niggas should be full. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah, yeah.
Taz said he think Thursday is Fontaine and Lance, and then Saturday is Taz and the brother God, not God of War, the brother Zion, and then I'm assuming that Sunday is another one at Psychopathia. But yeah, I just got to get back in tune. I've been at work and getting ready for this debate.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting, man. 'Cause, that brother Taz over there debating, man, he love to talk. I see. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I like to see that too. It's like, and it's in a healthy way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
yeah,
you get to see people actually in the neutral spot. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it's not like in Taz's home and it's not like in his home. Like both of them have a chance to come in and equally have the playing field, on
yeah. I see.
stage.
He ain't gonna let Taz just bully him around. I can see that, but and he's will get in the mud with it, man. I seen him through a couple of shots on the brother who would not be named. I was like, oh wow, you know what I mean? Like yo,
Uh,
flag on the play.
Flag on a motherfucking play.
Oh, damn, man. But
Yeah, I ain't mad at that, bro. I ain't
Taz said
mad
he
at
fell
that.
asleep, huh? He said he fell asleep. I thought he was gonna show up at the after show, so without him or Marley being there, it kind of just went in a lot of different directions and shit, man.
Oh yeah, because I know how it be, bro. Like it's kind of like exhausting, especially like
Yeah,
mentally. So it's like
yeah,
once that debate over, you be like, man, where my kids? Where my girl? Where's my
yeah.
bed? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Shit, 'cause that shit just was. That was a real fucking sport. That's why I say we athletes, bro. Like we are athletes. Like you really are working your fucking mental. You know what I'm saying? Like your
I
nerves. You
get
know
it,
what I'm
man.
saying?
I get it, man. You know, you do a lot of researching and studying and everything else, and then for the event, then the event takes place. It's gonna be some time to decompress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it.
And then you got to
But
be quick with it and listening to what your opponent's saying and able to rebut it and see what's important and see what's not. Or I ain't gonna give that too much weight. And like yeah, bro, I love that shit. I love that shit.
yeah,
Shout out to Melanated Goddess in the building. Yeah, I love that shit. For real. We definitely
my
gonna get it
my
in,
mic
man.
coming through clear. She say something wrong, and I think she talking about me, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It'd be like I don't know, like every time you go silent. When you start talk back, it's like a boom, boom. You could tell your mic kicking in or whatever. I'm not
Man,
sure what it was, but yeah,
let me try to
motherfuckers get
refresh.
used to it. Yeah,
Let me
it
try to
did just
refresh, man.
happen. Oh, there you go. Yep. All right.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Man, shout out to y'all though. Was you watching the debate, melanated? I think I saw you in the chat. I guess it wasn't clear and concise. I guess that's what the consensus is. Like, yeah, nah, Taz did his thing, and Marley got, he did good for a rookie, and don't let the chat vote fool you. More line your style of debating with the judges, but know how to keep your people in the chat because that is important. That is the actual vote. So the fact that you do got people in the chat that's rocking with you, know how to keep them satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Get them enough to say, yeah, I'm voting for my nigga. But then you got to also pull away from that and maintain the judge's attention. You know?
Yeah, I think the people who voted against Taz, like he said, they didn't like him saying that he was going back to Mexico. That was funny, man. People just said that was cap. You know what I mean? And something like that, unfortunately, the chat probably would. Like, nah, I ain't voting for that shit.
Right. Mm. But shout out to Taz and Marley though, man. Congratulations to Taz. Man, thank you, Marley, for showing up and performing. Shout out to the judges. Shout out to the host, Psychopathies, man, and the same thing on the other side of the world, man. Shout out to A1 for hosting it. Shout out to the judges. I'm not privy of who they are, but yeah, shout out to them and shout out to King Naga for coming through. And congratulations to me.
Yeah, man.
Prematurely, some may say, but yeah.
Salute to the brothers, man. It's doing what it do, man. Yeah. So the
Yeah,
next one is
man.
supposed to be who Fire and Lance, right?
Yep, you got a Fine Lands Thursday. I don't know what their topic is, but I'll see if I can grab it when I get to the crib. Do a little promo, you know. But that was cool, man.
And that one should be dope, man. Them two got like a back and forth they've been having for a while too. So
Yeah, that's land speed right there. But and it's like if I can win. You know what I'm saying? Like
he
that's
can
something that
win.
I think Five Chain has showed people. Like this not finna just be a watch because Vance is a Lance is a veteran.
That's the thing too for me. Like I'm gonna be watching close because of that. Like because I know like a lot of people, take Lance light, but with his experience, from doing this for a while and Fire, even though Fire, he's not necessarily because he's a battle rapper and stuff, so he do know how to like engage like in this type of setting.
Hmm.
But sometimes the experience can get the best of you, man. And Lance is I think he's clever enough to kind of like pull out some tricks that Fire may not
Yeah,
be ready for.
yeah. But Lance is special. He's very slow, but he is a great debater and stuff like that. And yeah, like Fontaine, I know he did better at, but it's like it's a different content. You know what I'm saying? Bring your intellectual property, saying, "Yo," you know what I'm saying? Like this is how smart I am. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, but good luck on the mic, melanated
yeah,
man.
and giving somebody the chance to make you look stupid, like that's a different nerve. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah, shout out to both of them, man. They definitely gonna get it in.
yeah. I don't know, man. You know, like I said, I'm into to the to the information and everything else, man. But I don't know if I could like, just sit back and just, you know what I mean, engage the way like how y'all brothers be doing when it comes down to the debate stuff, man. I fuck around and break all the rules and shit. New information. See, people be thinking like, like who like you could just win because of something is factually true or not, and that's not
Oh
the
yeah,
case, man. It's not the
yeah.
case. It's about who make the better arguments. Then you
A
starting to
nigga will
get
whoop you with what aunt say? Organized lie beats the
yeah.
disorganized truth every time. Shout out to Unc, man. Yeah,
That's a
duh.
fact.
How y'all doing? All right. But that's yeah, that's all right. What's going on, sister? Yeah, man.
But I guess when Psycho go live tonight or whatever, we'll get to talk to Taz and everything else and see, maybe Marley will show up because the after show just went just all over the place, without
Oh
those.
yeah. Didn't nobody want to get up there and drag Marley?
I mean, Domo, he gonna put his he gonna he gonna put his stamp on it. But other than that, though, it really wasn't. Angel came up for a little while, gave her judge's perspective, but other than that, not really much you could say without the debaters there.
Without the extra participants, yeah.
It kind of got
Yeah.
off into getting at Madonna again.
But Don say,
Uh,
I'll take this clout. Don't worry about it. Y'all know
nah,
what to talk about?
he actually wasn't there. Like you remember on Psycho's on his Saturday show, like how what like you wasn't there though, was you?
I think I was there for a minute. I think I was there for a minute.
Yeah, part of Psycho's presentation, because like Madonna was looking to get Psycho over there with his buddy now and
Yeah.
debate. Right. So you saw that part then, right? So like dude was live again and Madonna was over there being all well behaved and you know what I'm saying, not trolling and all of that. So that shit kind of rubbed people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
bro.
you can be all well behaved over here, but when you come over on our side, you want to troll and
Yeah, bro. Yeah, 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 yeah. That'll definitely set Psycho off. Like, look what the fuck the disorderly you bring to my pedal. Now you all over here bringing up the value there and shit like
but
if you could do that over
Psycho
there,
Suave. But Psycho Suave, he ain't gonna too much speak on it, man. It's kind of some of the brothers, like GQ, because GQ was one of the ones that was like defending Madonna, and
yeah,
everything else. So he kind of felt
yeah,
like he got him down a little bit.
I can see
But
that.
and you know how it is where we come from, man. Like you can't, what I'm saying, go someplace else and be one way and then come over here. Like niggas gonna
Yeah,
check you.
yeah, nigga, false flag.
Exactly,
This nigga false flag, nigga.
exactly.
Yeah, but I mean that is it. Just is what it is, man. I don't even know, dude, how he run this panel, but it may be more of an echo chamber set up for him,
It
to
sounds
get
like
at
it's
other
like that,
people's
man.
shit. Oh, okay,
But
yeah,
like, come on,
see,
man, we talking about Madonna though. A well-behaved
yeah,
Madonna. I never seen it. As long as I've been like seeing Madonna on these panels, man, I ain't never seen him, you know,
Mm. So
engage that
if a motherfucker sent no dude a clip of Madonna at his interrogation, he might not even know who that person is, huh?
way.
He be like, that
Nah,
ain't the
man.
Madonna that be over here.
You know what I'm saying, man? Like that shit was wild, man.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And they showed it on Psychopathia's channel Saturday or last night or whatever.
Nah, he ain't pull a live up, but you know, niggas was going over there, like jumping in the chat, like, and, you know what I'm saying? Shooting never done from the chat, like over on Buddy's.
Now I want to know the channel now. Now I want to see that
It's
shit.
what's the name? It's what's the name? West Coast Cam with a K.
West Coast Cam. Oh, okay.
You don't remember Cam, man? He used to be with Ice Cube now, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, I was
Yeah, West Coast
15,
rapper.
14. Yeah. I mean, I fucked with Ice Cube and Dub C, motherfucker Max
Right, that
you
era.
know.
You don't remember the
Uh,
lynch mob era?
nope. I think that was my
Okay,
older brother. I remember the lynch mob, but I wasn't really listening
yeah.
to West Coast
That's
then.
another
Nah.
thing too. Like that's why I think Madonna be so, you know, in line over there because Madonna, man. Like
Yeah,
this a
that's his
rapper.
era. That's
You know
his
what I'm
era
saying?
right there. He was in his prime. They was in their prime at the same time.
Nah, it's just like dudes was in the rap in the game, man, hip hop, bro. You know, some
Yeah.
niggas just, you know,
hmm
but
Celebrity worship.
that's exactly what I was getting at.
Yeah. God know. Yeah, shout out to Madonna though, man.
Shout
Enjoy
out,
your
Madonna.
life, man.
I don't
Enjoy your
really even get
life.
on the brother like that, man. But that shit was just, but nonetheless, though, man. What's the next thing going on over on the other debate side, on the other debate side, man? When the next one?
As far as I know, it's the Taz and Zion debate Saturday. I don't think we got one
Oh,
set
okay.
up over there between then. We just did this one. But I may be mistaken because he was kind of going. He'll put some post up. He'll
Yeah,
definitely put some post up over there. Let me see. And no, I don't see nothing upcoming. I don't see nothing posted upcoming. Mm. It's
yeah.
definitely going down.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to go back and check out the whole thing, Suave, man. Like I said, it was going back and forth. Then it be Sunday, football is on and all that type of shit too. But I just wanted to say, man, like salute to you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good to see the space, you know what I'm saying, getting off into some
Son.
things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it, God. Thank you, man. I definitely
Yeah,
need that positive reinforcement, man. Shout out to
for
you, Lou,
sure.
man. Shout out to
For sure,
everybody that
man.
came through, man. A1,
Yeah.
Taz, and the brother Thought. Shout out to them, man, for coming through, man, and add to the panel, making it, for the ones.
No, I'm always around when you going live, when you be live, so you know what I mean. I just shout you out and everything, man. Well, peace to
Yes,
everybody,
sir.
man. Salute Black Power, y'all.
For sure, God. Shout out to Melanie Goddess in the chat, Judah in the chat, Series B in the chat, and Lou for coming about the chat here in the panel, man. It's the boy Suave Boss, man. This has been another episode of Arguing League. I might be back live later today talking shit, and we'll see who else live. I'm at y'all.